A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
Colgate Dental Cream to clean your breath while you clean your teeth and help stop tooth decay, and Palmolive Shave Creams for a smoother, more comfortable way to shave bring you Our Miss Brooks, starring Eve Arden. It's time once again for another comedy episode of Our Miss Brooks, under the direction of Al Lewis. Well, her salary as a teacher covers all her basic expenses, but our Miss Brooks, who teaches English at Madison High School, has discovered that there are certain luxuries it won't pay for.
Luxuries like clothing, for instance. However, last Monday, I dropped into Madame Amelia's dress shop to price some of the items she was featuring in a post-Easter sale. In no time at all, I discovered that if Madame Amelia would let me pay for it on time, I could easily afford the sales tax on her cheapest dress. But thanks to a proposition Madam made to me, I did leave the store with 4 new dresses. At breakfast Friday morning, my landlady commented on one of them.
Another day, another dress. It's a beauty, Connie.
Thanks, Mrs. Davis.
You've no idea what it's been like to sit opposite you during this past week. Every day a new dress that looks like the first breath of spring.
Glad you like them, Mrs. Davis.
But I wish you'd cheer up a little. Your dress looks like the first breath of spring, and your face looks like the last gasp of winter. What's the trouble, Connie?
Well, you know the agreement I have with Madame Amelia, don't you?
Why, yes. She said she'd give you a brand new suit free of charge if you'd introduce some of her clothes into Madison High School this week.
I wasn't only supposed to introduce them, Mrs. Davis. There was also supposed to be an increase in business.
Well, since you've been wearing the dresses, hasn't business increased?
25%. At Dubarry's across the street.
That's ridiculous. The jump at Dubarry's is just a coincidence. You deserve the dress anyhow. Look at the work you've done. How many other teachers would want to wear a brand new dress to school every day?
I don't know. How many teachers are there in the United States? No, I'm afraid I haven't lived up to my part of the bargain. As a matter of fact, our agreement officially terminated last night. I was supposed to return the dresses then.
But you're wearing one of them this morning.
I just couldn't face my old blue jersey suit for at least one more day. Besides, I figured after all this time, somebody's bound to notice me.
You mean no one's paid any attention to your new outfits so far?
Well, I did get some encouragement yesterday. I'd been sitting opposite Mr. Boynton at lunch for 3 days in a row, and each day I had a new dress on. Yesterday, he finally noticed something different about me.
What did he say?
He said, Miss Brooks, you've got some eraser dust on your neck. Of course, a few of the female members of the faculty admired the dresses, but they're evidently too poor to do any buying.
How about your principal, Connie? Did he comment on the transformation?
Mr. Conklin hasn't commented on anything but his newest economy drive.
Another one? But he just ordered a big cutback in school expenses last month.
That came from the Board of Education. This is his own idea. And you ought to see him enforce it. Why, I broke a pointer the other day while he was in my classroom, and before it even hit the floor, he had snatched up the short piece and filed down the rough edge.
And what did he do with it?
He gave it to a teacher with long arms. Oh, he's a beauty, all right. That's Walter Denton. Be right there, Walter. I've got to run, Mrs. Davis. Thanks for breakfast.
You're welcome, dear. And don't look so discouraged about the deal with Madame Amelia. You've still got today to put it over.
I'll try.
Just remember this, Connie. Whether it's modeling or anything else, you only get out of something what you put into it.
Believe me, Mrs. Davis, everything I've got I've put into this dress. Please, Walter, keep your eyes on the road. What in the world are you staring at, anyway?
Just the most scintillating vision in the world.
Huh?
I wish I didn't have to drive at all. I wish I could just sit here and drink you in all your intoxicating loveliness.
Well, hand me me a mirror. I'd like to get high, too. Honestly, Walter, this flattery is overwhelming.
Oh, it's only your due, Miss Brooks. Gosh, I've always admired you personally, but the way you've looked this last week makes the way you used to look positively hag-like.
I should have quit when I was ahead.
The dress you've got on today's a knockout, Miss Brooks. What are those colors in it?
They're chartreuse and cerise, Walter.
They are?
Of course, those are the fancy names. Actually, these colors are nothing but good old, down-to-earth, plain and simple puce and magenta.
Whatever they are, the way you've been dressing the last few days has had eyes popping all over the school.
That's funny. I haven't heard a thing.
Are you kidding? Why, half the female members of the faculty look like Eddie Cantor. Of course, I'll admit it took everybody a few days to start noticing your new wardrobe, but I think I have the answer for that.
Oh? What is it?
Well, it's because everyone has seen you in that blue jersey suit of yours for such a long time. It got so that after a while, nobody ever looked below your face. Don't you think that hits it right on the nose?
It sure does. Got a Kleenex? Oh, I am glad that somebody's finally noticing these outfits. I wouldn't be human if I wasn't.
Oh, don't you worry about that. You're human, all right.
Thanks for the affidavit.
Harriet told me you got the outfits at Madame Amelia's.
Uh-huh.
I told my mother about them last night, and she said she must be a wonderful dressmaker.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, my mother said she wants to visit the place herself, but she was wondering when would be a good time.
What is she doing yesterday? I mean, anytime, all right, I guess.
Oh, before I forget, Miss Brooks, when I spoke to Harriet on the phone this morning, she said to tell you to please stop at her dad's office as soon as you get to school.
Uh-oh. It's probably in connection with this new economy drive of his. I extravagantly requisitioned a new eraser last week.
Isn't this drive a pain? He's even cutting down on our athletic equipment. Look, here we got a big track meet coming up, and he won't provide any high hurdles for the guys to practice on. All we got is the old low hurdles.
Well, that isn't an insurmountable problem, Walter.
What do you mean?
All you have to do is put up the low hurdles and let the boys run on their knees.
Who is it, and is your business urgent?
It's Miss Brooks, and it can wait indefinitely. Bye.
Not so fast. Come in, Miss Brooks.
Now then, I'll come right to the point. The reason I wanted to... Miss Brooks, isn't that another new dress you have on?
Yes, sir.
It's really remarkable. Miss Brooks, may I ask you a question?
Certainly, sir.
Are you able to dress this way on your salary, or have you come into an inheritance?
No, sir.
No, sir, what?
No, sir, Mr. Conklin. I haven't come into an inheritance.
But these new clothes, how do you pay for them?
Well, you see, sir...
You don't gamble, do you?
Oh, no, sir.
Well, I don't want to pry into your personal life. After all, you've worn that blue jersey job long enough. Suffice it to say that in the past week you've given the rest of the faculty something to shoot at.
The dresses can't be that bad.
On the contrary, they're very smart. But to get back to the reason for your being here, as you know, Miss Brooks, I'm in the midst of a new economy drive here at Madison.
Oh, I know, Mr. Conklin. Mr. Boynton and I discussed it thoroughly at lunch yesterday.
Oh, then you're beginning to feel the pinch.
Certainly not. All we ever do is talk. I'm afraid everyone's feeling the pinch.
Well, believe me, it's a necessary measure in these parlous times. Mr. Stone, the head of the school board, is coming over to my home this afternoon for tea. Naturally, I'm interested in impressing him with the strides we've made at Madison.
Naturally.
And it has occurred to me that an excellent way to convince him of the wisdom of my economy policy is to show him what a teacher such as yourself can do on a limited budget.
Me?
Yes, Miss Brooks. If you'd come to our home this afternoon, my wife and I would be most pleased to see you. In one of your new dresses, that is.
Well, that's very nice, Mr. Conklin,
Oh,
but
and since it's a bit late for her to pick up anything, would you consider lending Mrs. Conklin one of your other new creations? Just for the day, of course.
Well, Mr. Conklin,
I
it's
don't
like
want you
this.
to think that this is a command performance, Miss Brooks, but You will be there at 4, won't you?
Yes, sire. Sir.
Excuse me. Principal's office. Who? Oh, she's in my office right now. It's for you, Miss Brooks. Be brief, please.
Yes, sir. Hello? Who is this? Madam who? Oh, yes, I know last night was the last... Yes, but I just have them back today. Very well. As quickly as possible. Goodbye. Well, if you'll excuse me, sir, I'd better be getting into class.
Nothing wrong, is there?
Wrong? Oh, what could be wrong? I just don't want to be late. You know how hungry my pupils are for learning.
Starved is the word. Well, you'll be at my house at 4 sharp, Miss Brooks. Is that correct?
Mr. Conklin, I'll be there with bells on, if nothing else.
Brush your teeth with Colgate. Colgate Dental Cream. It cleans your breath.
What a toothpaste.
While it cleans your teeth.
Colgate toothpaste.
Cleans your breath.
What a toothpaste.
While it cleans your teeth.
Colgate Dental Cream cleans your breath while it cleans your teeth. And the Colgate way stops tooth decay best. Yes, the Colgate way is the most thoroughly proved and accepted home method of oral hygiene known today. Over 2 years' research showed brushing teeth right after eating with Colgate Dental Cream helps stop more decay for more people than ever before reported in dentifrice history. The Colgate way stops tooth decay best. No other dentifrice, ammoniated or not, offers such conclusive proof. And you should know that Colgate's, while not mentioned by name, was the only toothpaste used in the research on tooth decay recently reported in Reader's Digest. So always follow the Colgate way to clean your breath while you clean your teeth and stop tooth decay best.
Brush your teeth with Colgate. Colgate Dental Cream. It cleans your breath.
What a toothpaste.
While it cleans your teeth.
And the Colgate way stops tooth decay best.
Well, by lunchtime, I had almost decided to confess to Mr. Conklin that I didn't really own any of the Madame Amelia dresses. But before making that decision, I thought I'd discuss it with Mr. Boynton. When I arrived at the school cafeteria, I purchased my lunch and had just sat down to a table when who should come walking by but Mr. Boynton himself. Naturally, he stopped immediately.
Sorry, Miss Brooks. I didn't see your foot there in the aisle.
Oh, forgive me, Mr. Boynton. I didn't mean to trip you so hard. I hope your lunch isn't all wasted.
Oh, no, Miss Brooks. Luckily, my salad landed right side up, and my hamburger landed on my salad.
Well, here's a napkin. You landed on your Jell-O.
Thanks.
Let me help you pick up your dishes.
Gosh, that was a strawberry Jell-O I sat in. Does it look terribly messy, Miss Brooks?
Not at all, Mr. Boynton. In fact, it's rather attractive. I bet when you walk down the school steps, you'll look just like a sunset. But, Mr. Boynton, there's something I'd like to ask you.
Oh, before you do, Miss Brooks, I'd like to pop a question to you first. Of course, it might be considered quite personal, but with your permission, I'll pop it anyway.
If you're going to pop the question, I've been waiting for you to pop. Pop away, Pop.
Miss Brooks, that dress you've got on, isn't that another new one?
Why, Mr. Boynton, you've been paying attention after all. Do you like it?
Oh, very much. It's a very interesting shade. Yellow, isn't it?
Just where the butter landed when you dropped your tray. It's mostly chartreuse, Mr. Boynton.
Well, it's very exciting. Almost identical in shade to the skin of a young frog. This is the third or fourth lovely new dress you've put on this week. How do you do it, Miss Brooks?
I just drop them over my head and pull up the zipper.
Of course, I was very fond of your blue jersey suit, too. It held a sort of sentimental attraction for me. You know, that's the suit you were wearing when we met.
Yes, 4 years ago.
Well, I must admit I wasn't too crazy about it at first, but, well, it really grew on me.
Me, too. I had quite a time chiseling it off last Monday. But about those new dresses, Mr. Boynton,
Miss Brooks, the fact that you were able to acquire such garments on a teacher's salary is extremely commendable.
Well, thank you, Mr. Boynton, but...
Now, I've always admired a woman who can budget herself properly. A woman who can do that could be a real asset to a man.
She could?
Well, a man could hunt for such a woman for years and years. 4
of them, to be exact.
With a clever and thrifty companion, there's no telling how far a man could go.
Go! Continue, Mr. Boynton.
Well, to sum up my feelings in the matter, I can only say that this type of woman is downright marriage timber. Now, I'm serious, Miss Brooks. Seeing you in these new outfits has opened my eyes, and, well, there's something I'd like to say to you.
Pardon me, Miss Brooks, but I've got to talk to you for a minute.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, Walter, what is it?
I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
Just my future. What can I do for you?
Well, there's a delivery truck outside from Madame Amelia's dress shop. The driver says you've got 4 dresses to send back.
To send back?
Yes, it's just a temporary measure, Mr. Boynton.
You mean the dresses are all going to be altered, Miss Brooks?
No, Walter. Like I said before, just my future.
Hi, Miss Brooks. Heading for Daddy's office?
Yes, I am, Harriet.
I just left him. I've never seen Daddy in such excellent humor, Miss Brooks. He's sure that your new gowns will make a big impression on Mr. Stone this afternoon. In fact, he said that your little visit this morning was like a tonic to him.
Wait till he hears the Mickey I've got for him now. I'm afraid I won't be able to come to tea this afternoon.
Won't be able to come? But why not, Miss Brooks? And where's the gorgeous Madame Amelia dress you had on this morning?
In a delivery truck on Main Street.
But I don't understand. You're wearing your old blue jersey again. Where did you get that?
Out of a bundle I had ready for the Salvation Army. It's a long and gruesome story, Harriet, but I had to send the dresses back. You see, I never really owned them. I was just modeling them for Madame Amelia. If business increased, she said she would give me a free one, but it didn't, so she didn't, and I'm back where I started last week. Shall we dance?
Well, don't look so desperate, Miss Brooks. All isn't lost.
Then where is it?
You're going to love me for this. I was so captivated by those new gowns of yours that during your English class, I secretly sketched 2 of them. Then I took the patterns to home economics class, and we've spent the past couple of days making exact copies.
What?
I know you promised to lend one to Mother, so it'll work out just perfectly. Of course, we made them out of ersatz material, but beggars can't be choosers. And after all, the main thing is not to disappoint Daddy.
But don't you think your father and Mr. Stone will notice the difference?
Of course not, Miss Brooks. When it comes to dresses, women have been pulling the wool over men's eyes for years. Well, Miss Brooks, what do you think of my idea?
To tell the truth, Harriet, it's not bad.
I'm glad we got home ahead of Daddy, Miss Brooks. It gave me a chance to reinforce some of the weak places in this dress. Now, stand still while I pin this basting in back. Where are the pins I asked you to hold?
I've got them in my mouth, Harriet. Help yourself.
Your mouth? Why, that's no place to put pins.
Ouch! Neither is that.
Sorry. We've got to hurry, though. I heard Daddy and Mr. Stone go into the living room about 5 minutes ago.
I must admit you copied the style of Madame Amelia's dress perfectly, Harriet. But tell me, what kind of material did you use?
Well, we started with rayon, and when we ran out, we used muslin.
Some of it feels like cheesecloth to me.
Oh, it's loaded with cheesecloth. But don't worry, Miss Brooks. The way I've got it basted, no one can possibly tell the difference.
I'll bet your mother will tell the difference when she puts hers on.
Well, frankly, Miss Brooks, I haven't had a chance to tell her it's a copy. I just left it on her bed when she was getting the tea ready and then rushed back here to you.
What? You mean to tell me your mother doesn't know there's nothing between her and a life of shame but some cheesecloth and a fervent prayer?
Gee, I never thought of it that way. If Mother bends over or sits down too quickly, we're sunk.
We're sunk? Your mother won't be in such good shape either.
You've both got to be very careful. I tell you what I'll do, Miss Brooks. If I see anything beginning to go, I'll give you a verbal signal.
A verbal signal?
Yes. Since we'll be having tea, I'll just say something like, sugar and cream, Miss Brooks, or pass the lemon. Now, come on. Everybody's waiting for your personal appearance.
With the wrong kind of a break, this can be the most personal appearance I've ever made. But trying not to reason why. Lead on, Harriet.
Right in here, Miss Brooks. Well, here we are, Daddy.
So you are. You know my daughter Harriet, Mr. Stone.
Certainly. Hello, Harriet.
How do you do, sir?
And Miss Brooks. Well, that is an attractive dress you have on.
Thank you, Mr. Stone.
I've been telling Mr. Stone about the wardrobe you've acquired recently, Miss Brooks. It certainly gives impetus to an economy drive when a teacher can do what she's done, eh, Mr. Stone?
Very impressive, Conklin.
And thanks to the way I manage my personal budget, Mrs. Conklin has been able to enhance her wardrobe recently. She's probably jumping into her new duds right now.
I don't advise it. Oh, I see she's left the tea right here on this table. May I act as temporary hostess?
Please do.
I'd love some tea, Miss Brooks. Sugar and cream, please.
So soon?
I'll pour it for him, Miss Brooks. You stand still.
Well, hello, everyone.
Hello, Mrs. Conklin. Happy to see you again. Say, that's a stunning dress you have on.
Yes, you look positively ravishing, my dear. Stand just as you are. Don't move a muscle.
Yes, hold it for about 45 minutes.
I don't believe I've ever seen you looking lovelier, Martha. You and that gown are a match that was made in heaven.
Oh, now, Osgood. Honestly, Mr. Stone, sometimes when Osgood pays me a compliment, he gets so extravagant with his praise, I could just split.
You're holding the wrong thought, Mrs. Conklin. And may I pour you some tea?
Oh, thank you, dear, but I can pour it myself. Bending over is good for me.
Oh, but you mustn't bend, Mother. Here, I'll get you a cup.
Oh, I'd rather do it myself, Harriet. After all, the more one bends over, the more one takes off around one's middle.
But, Mrs. Conklin, one can take too much of one's middle. After all, it's nice to have something between one's bottom and one's top.
Yes. But why are we standing? Let's sit down, shall we?
Very well.
Oh, wait. It's not healthy to sit down after a heavy meal.
Heavy meal? But none of us has had anything to eat since lunchtime.
I know, but why take chances?
You and your quips, Miss Brooks. Now, let's all be seated.
Just a moment.
What is it now?
I propose a standing toast to our host and hostess.
Hear, hear.
A toast to our host and hostess.
Now can we sit down?
Would anyone like to hear some music?
Oh, that's a great idea, Harriet. Get out your phonograph record of John Philip Sousa playing the Star-Spangled Banner.
Now, stop the horseplay, you two. Sit down, Mr. Stone. Now, just where were we in our discussion, sir?
You were pointing out to me, Osgood, what a teacher could do on her present salary if she really tried.
Exactly. And not only a teacher, but anyone who lives on a budget. Take that dress my wife is
Oh,
wearing.
now, let's not talk about me anymore, Osgood.
Well, why not, my dear? Blushing becomes you.
Oh, well, I'm just a little warm. I think I'll open a window in here.
It's not that warm in here.
Perhaps not, but I thought I'd like to let in a little more air.
Please, Martha, just sit down.
Very well.
What
was that?
That was Mrs. Conklin letting some more air in.
Sounded like something ripping. Is that your dress, Mrs. Conklin?
Oh, certainly not. It's still the same lovely three-piece suit it's always been.
Three-piece suit? Martha, stand up a minute.
Yes, Osgood.
What did I tell you? It's the same lovely four-piece suit it's always been. With two pair of skirts.
This dress is coming apart at the seams.
But I don't understand it.
Neither do I, but I'd better get into my bedroom and change. Excuse me, please.
Miss Brooks, perhaps you can explain what's going on here.
Enough now, Mr. Conklin. I'd better go in and help Mrs. Conklin change.
I'm sure she can manage by herself. Now, sit down, Miss Brooks.
Yes, sir.
Sugar and cream, Miss Brooks.
Get your own sugar and cream, Harriet. Miss Brooks, sit down.
What's going on here?
Not much, Mr. Stone, but an awful lot is coming off. I think I'd better pour myself a cup of tea.
Oh, the lemon, Miss Brooks. Where's the lemon?
It went that way.
Uncle, I think I'm beginning to see what this is all about.
I beg your pardon?
First, you give me all this talk about retrenching. Then you demonstrate that what a teacher can buy on her salary these days is actually nothing but junk. I've got to give you credit, Conklin. Your idea is brilliant.
It is?
Certainly. You've given me a graphic display that too much economy can't possibly work in these days of rising prices. Osgood Conklin, you're really clever.
Oh, come now. Deserve all the credit. After all, my wife and Miss Brooks were of considerable assistance, you know. Yes, indeed. You and Martha would make a fine pair of actresses, Miss Brooks.
Well, thank you, Mr. Conklin. I know one theater in town that would love to have us.
Which one is that, Miss Brooks?
The Star and Garter Burlesque.
Miss Brooks returns in just a moment. Now, the case of the close scrape featuring Arthur Griffin, mail carrier. Here's what Mr. Griffin told us. Listen.
Here's exactly what happened. Shaving was just one close scrape after another for me, and then I discovered Palmolive Lather Shave Cream and a new, different way to shave. Palmolive's oceans of rich, thick lather ended my worries about scrapes, burns, and nicks. Why, even in cold or hard water, that Palmolive Lather way is super smooth, super comfortable.
Take Arthur Griffin's advice, men. The new Palmolive Lather way gets beards really soft, and it provides a protective film that actually floats your razor's cutting edge. You get a clean, close shave every time without worry about scraping or nicking, even in cold or hard water. Arthur Griffin and 1,200 other men tested Palmolive Lather Cream following package directions, and 3 out of 4 reported smoother, more comfortable shaves the Palmolive Shave Cream way, no matter how they shaved before.
Better get Palmolive Lather Shave Cream. Remember, even in cold or hard water, the Palmolive Lather way means smoother, more comfortable shaves. And now, once again, here is our Miss Brooks.
Well, there wasn't much sense in sitting around in my drafty dress, so I said goodbye and backed out of the Conklin. When I arrived home, Mrs. Davis was most helpful and had just finished sewing me up when the phone rang. Hello?
Oh, hello, Miss Brooks. This is Mr. Boynton. I've been thinking of how lovely you looked in your new dress today, and I wondered if you'd like to take a little walk this evening.
Oh, you took me by surprise, Mr. Boynton. I'm afraid I dropped the receiver. Hold on a moment. I'll pick it up. I'm sorry, Mr. Boynton, but I can't see you tonight.
But why not? It's a beautiful night. The moon is out. The stars are out.
If this wasn't a party line, would I give you an answer?
This is Burns Press Run. I'll be tuning next week for another Our Miss Brooks show brought to you by Palmolive Shave Cream for a smoother, more comfortable way to shave, and Colgate Dental Cream to clean your breath while you clean your teeth and help stop tooth decay.
Our Miss Brooks, starring Eve Arden, is produced by Larry Burns, written by Al Lewis and Arthur Alsberg, with the music of Wilbur Hatch.
Listen to this. With Marvelous Vel, V-E-L, you can save 90% of dishwashing work.
A quick soak in Vel Suds gets dishes and glassware shiny clean. Even if a bit of food should cling, a touch with a dishcloth gets rid of it fast.
Yes, Vel's activated suds lift off and carry away food and grease. So all dishes need is a quick rinse, and they dry sparkling without washing or wiping.
All pots and pans need is a soaking with Vel Suds. Then you can wash them shiny clean without hard scouring.
What's more, Vel is a miracle of mildness. So get new Vel. Save 90% of dishwashing work.
If you like mysteries that are as full of chuckles as chills, be sure to hear Mr. and Mrs. North every Tuesday over this same network. And be with us again next week at this same time for another comedy episode of Our Miss Brooks. Bob Lamont speaking. Stay tuned now for Jack Benny. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. But he got his clothes real bright and clean 'cause he used Tide in his washing machine. Tide.
That's Squire from Hollywood, Procter & Gamble's Tide, the wash day miracle that gives you the cleanest clothes in town, proudly presents the Vic Skelton Show. With Red Skelton, Dave Rose, and his orchestra, Lorene Tuttle, Pat McGeehan, and Dick Ryan will be me, Rod O'Connor. From the Skelton Scrapbook of Satire, a story entitled The Devil Gets Loose, and it stars as Junior MGM's clown, Red Skelton.
I don't know if you know it or heard about it, but I caught the devil 3 weeks ago. I tricked him, and now everybody in the world is good, you know. You know, I used to do things not to be bad, but just because to get a little attention. Now, like the time I came running in from playing out in a big open field, you know.
Now, what have I told you about slamming the door?
Look.
What's all the excitement?
I was out playing, and I found a whole lot of milk bottles. Milk bottles.
Well, what's that to get excited about?
Well, wouldn't you be excited if you found a cow's nest?
Oh, I'll be glad when you go to school.
Yeah, me too. Pop's catching up with me. You know.
Well, go wash.
Well, ain't you going to kiss me?
I said go wash.
You see what I mean? They just didn't love me. In fact, sometimes my mommy would look at me, then get up and walk over to me, Pop, and punch him right in the nose. I know what I will do. I'm going to get a little affection around here. I'm going to wash my hands. I'll turn on this hot faucet. H-O-T. Oh, I scalded my fingers. I scalded my fingers.
How could you? There's no hot water.
I froze my fingers.
Junior, I don't know what I'm going to do with you. At times I believe you're one of the devil's helpers.
Devil's helpers?
Yes.
Now, that's what she was always saying to me. You is one of the devil's helpers. So I said to myself, if I is one of his helpers, how come I never see him? And there he was. He had on a red suit, a pitchfork, and a tail, and he told me that he could only lose his wicked power if someone outsmarted him. Well, I told him I wanted to go with him. He went in the closet to get my suitcase, and I slammed the door. Come here, I'm going to let you talk to him. Come here. Hey, you red demon, are you still in there?
Yes, but mark my word, wise one.
You dance, huh?
I will trick you, or my name is not Satan.
The devil, you say.
Tell me, friend, how long do you intend to keep me in here?
Oh, I don't know. Let's put it this way. Here's a pair of ice skates. Now, you take it from there. Until it freezes over, boy.
Junior?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, little boy. I thought you were Junior.
It's me? Since I captured the old devil, I've been washing regular, you know, Tide and water, you know.
Yes, I know. You've been such a good boy that I haven't had to spank you for 3 weeks.
All of me calluses are gone. Pop hasn't spanked me either, but I will admit it, it's kind of bored. You know,
really?
Yeah, when I'm not doing nothing.
Well, Junior, tell me. Would you like a little brother or sister to play with?
Well, if it's all the same to you, I'd just soon have the pony.
Tell me, is the devil still in the closet?
Yeah, he's still here.
Junior, my dear friend.
Listen to him.
If you will open the door, I'll see that you get the finest pony that ever pranced on 4 hooves.
A black and white one?
Yes.
With a silver saddle?
Yes.
With a Hopalong Cassidy suit?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm a Roy Rogers fan. Boy, you out of business, boy.
Well, if I'm going out of business, maybe you would sell the tools I've been working with.
What tools?
Hatred, envy, deceit.
Nope.
They can be sold. The price is very low.
Not interested, kiddo, not interested.
Look, here is my prize implement. Very few know about it.
Let me see it.
All right. Open the door.
Okay, I'm going to see what the devil... Oh, no. flower boy. I'm not opening that door. You describe it to me.
Very well. It's a wedge-shaped tool. White wall. It's called discouragement.
Discouragement?
I peddled it at a very high price.
Oh, why do it sell for so much?
Because it's more useful to me than any other of my tools.
You tell.
And now that you've stepped into my shoes, you should know about it.
Oh?
I can pry open and get inside man's consciousness with it.
Oh, it can.
I use this on nearly everybody.
You tell.
Very few people realize it belongs to me. Very few realize it belongs to me.
Well, let's not get sickening about this.
You little brat, let me out of here. Or mark my word, my helpers will come to my rescue.
Ah.
Why did I allow myself to be tricked?
Why, it sounds like he's crying.
Well, I'm not going to open that door to find out. Hey, Devil, are you sad?
Yes. So sad. So awfully sad.
Now, I know I got the devil in that closet because even his acting is bad. Well, if you is sad, here's some Dave Rhodes music that he's going to play for you. It's My Heart Cries for You.
Cleanest clothes in town when you use Tide in your washing machine. How do we know? Laboratory tests. Tests against this soap, that soap, every one you can think of. Most likely every one you've ever used. And how does Tide stack up against them? Well, just listen to this. Tide gets clothes cleaner than any other washing product sold throughout America. Yes, we've got the facts and figures to prove it. But you've got even better. You've got the cleaner print dresses your little daughter wears, the cleaner dungarees on that youngster of yours. So, lady, remember this next wash day. When you take a Tide wash out of the rinse tub and hang it up, well, you've got yourself the cleanest wash in town.
Tide gets clothes cleaner than any soap. Any soap? Yes, any soap. You get the cleanest wash in town with T-I-D-E, Tide. T-I-D-E, Tide.
T-I-D-E, Tide.
Hey, Rod.
Yeah?
I just heard that a lot of people are going to try to talk Junior into letting the devil out of the closet.
Well, we got Deadeye and Cauliflower acting as bodyguards.
Yeah, but turn on the television. I want you to see how the world has really changed since this.
And now a talk by the president of the California Chamber of Commerce.
As president of the California Chamber of Commerce, I want to say that I have never seen such beautiful weather. The skies are blue, there's no rain or smog. It's this lovely, ideal climate for you tourists, and I'm really enjoying myself. So why don't you plan your vacation in Florida with me?
New York City, New York.
Yes, we vote yes. That feels good to say yes.
You have just heard Molotov at the United Nations.
More strange things are happening throughout the world. In Dublin, Ireland, they are making preparations for the St. Patrick's Day celebration. Paul Robeson will sing God Save the King.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
We gamblers have installed a new method of card playing, a deck with all aces.
All aces?
Yeah, this is to discourage cheating.
Hollywood, California.
What was that?
A lady just got a seat on the Sunset bus.
Moscow, Russia. Today, Joe Stalin admitted he was a communist, but denies he ever carried a card.
Sounds like the guy's going Hollywood.
Chicago, Illinois. Down at the Central Meat Market, a curious scene is taking place.
How much is a tenderloin steak?
50 cents a pound.
My goodness, don't you lose a lot of money that
Yeah,
way?
but look at all the nice people I meet. You know, it's hard to believe. Guys, I wish things were like this when we were in the Army, you know? Remember that sergeant we had?
Yeah, that sergeant.
What a guy I had. No kidding. This guy had the greatest routine you've ever heard. He's, all right, you men, you're in the Army now. Make up your mind to like it, whether you don't or not. Now, when I yell fall in, I want to hear a stampede coming out of that barracks. I only want to hear that door slam once. And when that dust settles down, I want to see 4 rolls of corn standing there. And when I yell eyes right, let me hear them eyeballs click.
I wonder what the Army's like now.
I don't know. Let's find out.
Sergeant?
Well, here I am. I love that song. I can't remember the words to it, though. What did you want, mister?
Don't you have any respect for your superior officers?
Superior officer you are?
Yes. Don't you see these 2 stars on my shoulder?
Yes.
You know what that means?
You have 2 boys in the service? Look, I'll tell you what. Just call me Clem, General. I ain't rank happy, you know. What can I do for you?
Well, I was just sitting up at headquarters, and I thought it would be nice.
That's nice. Yeah. Comfortable up there.
Yes,
oh,
very
yes.
nice.
We like it down here, too, you know. Nice.
I thought it would be nice if I said hello to the boys.
Oh, I don't know about that. You see, it's only 8 o'clock in the morning, and some of the boys ain't up yet.
Oh.
Got me carried away, you know. What do you want to see them about?
A discharge paper.
Oh, well, you're in trouble there, boy. You're in trouble. They're so happy with Army life now, I don't think civilian life would go for that stuff anymore. They won't even take a 6-hour pass at Pendleton.
Why not?
They're afraid they'll get drafted.
Well, if it'll just stay the way it is now.
Yeah, but I got a feeling that it won't. Those pressure groups are on the march. Get another station on there, will you? That San Fernando Red's on every hour trying to talk Junior into letting out that devil.
Yeah, leave it to that crooked politician to mess it up.
We regret to announce that the program that was to be heard at this time will now be heard. And so we give you His Honor, San Fernando Red.
Thank you. My friends, And you are my friend. I am a politician, but I want you to know that I don't have to do this for a living. I repeat, I don't have to do this for a living. I make a lot of money elsewhere. A lot of money. Of course, how much longer I can keep playing basketball, I don't know. As you all know, as I said during my campaign, that there was nothing that I wouldn't do for you. And I've kept my word. I've done nothing. Now, I want you to listen to me, and I hope I'm getting through to you. You put me in the office, and I carried this election by 3,000 votes, and that's mighty good. Mighty good in this district, when you take in consideration that there's only 1,000 voters. Now, listen to me, because I may not get to talk to you for a couple of days. I'm going to Key West. We're going to have a meeting down there, you know. I'm going to rent a yacht and go out and fish for some red herring. That's if my brother, who's with the RFC, can slip me a few. Of course, I am an honest man. As you see, as I'm standing here now, I've got my hands in my own pocket. For a change. As you all know, that I am for you. I am for you. I think the same way that you think. I fight about taxes. I hate taxes. I repeat, I hate taxes. And I've got a prison record to prove it. Now, I'm going to talk to you like a brother. If you happen to be a woman, I'll talk to you as a sister. Well, there's a brilliant line, isn't it? I'll think. I believe. Yes, I believe that old man Mo is dead. No. You know, there's a laugh of myself sometimes to keep from getting lonesome, you know. I think that boy should turn that devil loose. This sudden change in the world ain't right. We ain't geared for it. Now, I'm not talking for any party in particular. No party's backing me on this. Because I'll tell you, I'm not a Democrat, I am not a Republican, or I am not a socialist. Now, let's see what the boys say I am. Oh, yes, and it's in big letters, too. Well, now, just look at the things that have happened all over the world since this boy has locked up this evil force. There are no wars, no lies, no thievery. Some say yes, some say no, but I say we should vote on it. Thank you, neighbor.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I use the word loosely. Now here's Rafael Mendez, the world's greatest trumpet player, with Dave Logue and his orchestra playing Charlie.
You've heard us call Tide a miracle, and that's exactly what Tide is. Why, the single fact that Tide banished soap film is what made no rinsing practical. So if you're one of the women who likes to wash without rinsing, you use Tide, because Tide will give you the cleanest possible no-rinse wash. And, of course, you'll save all that time and work, too. Now, on the other hand, if you prefer to rinse your clothes, and I know most of you do, here's what Tide promises you. Tide will get your clothes cleaner than any soap on earth, cleaner than any other washing product sold throughout America. Tide will give you cleaner shirts for your husband, cleaner play clothes for your children. Yes, a Tide wash is the cleanest wash in town.
Tide gets clothes cleaner than any soap. Any soap? Yes, any soap. You get the cleanest wash in town with T-I-D-E, Tide. T-I-D-E, Tide.
Folks, there's no use dragging this out. You know why we're here at Junior's house. To take a vote on whether the devil should go free.
Yeah, and I say keep him locked up. That's what I say. Keep him locked up.
Has it affected your life, Mr. Lumplum?
It certainly has. I've been grounded for 3 weeks. All I know is that, yeah. Since that evil force has been closed in on, I suddenly realized when you sober up, you got to face the same problems, you see.
Just a minute. I bumped into you coming out of a bar only last night.
Oh, was you the lady who was in such a hurry to get in there?
What were you doing there?
I was saying hello to a few friends of mine. Oh, I may have taken a pretzel or two, but I went in and some of those guys think that keeping the devil locked up is sort of idiotic, you see. That's Jim.
Willie, as a friend, did you have a drink?
Well, I'm tapering off, you see. Mm-hmm. I nothing but Airwick now. You see. A heavy garlic eater, you know. I had a Willie Lump special.
What was that?
That's 2 ice cubes in a glass of hot water, diluted with an 8-ounce glass of cold water. Well, there's a lot of nothing, huh? I think they should keep that devil locked up. I'll tell you why. You see, I'm an atomic research worker, and all the time there was spies, nothing but spies. But now they've disappeared. Do you know what happened to me just the other day over at Joe's place? I went in there. Service. How about a little service here?
Please, Willie, please.
Well, I want some service.
What do you want?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know? I don't tell anybody anything. There's too many spies around.
What's the trouble, Joe?
I want some service. That's what I want.
Okay, take it easy. Willie, what are you doing back? You just walked out of here a couple of minutes ago after you ate a 7-course dinner. Now what do you want?
A toothpick.
Toothpicks don't come with our blue plate
Look,
special.
I want a toothpick. The steak you served me, I stuck in one of my cavities up here.
Our steaks aren't that small.
Oh, no, I got news for you, fat boy.
Yeah.
A fly lit on my steak, and he had to balance himself with 1 foot. Now, how about a little nip?
You've had too much.
Oh, no, I can tell when I've had too much.
How?
Well, you see these 2 corks in my ears?
Yeah.
Well, when they pop out, now I have to put them back in and start all over.
I think you've had enough.
No, you think I had enough. You think I had enough. You sound like my wife.
Is that what she says?
That's what she always says just before she passes out. You see, give me a little nip, will you? I'm an atomic research worker, and I have to be alert.
Mm-hmm. Huh? You say you're an atomic research worker?
Yeah. I'm the best little research worker. I locate uranium.
Give him another drink. This may be our chance to find out something. Hey, you feel like another one?
Oh, boy, what a head I got. Inside my head, there's a little man keeps pounding with a hammer. Oh, 5 o'clock. Thank goodness he's a union man. He'll stop now. No, I just got back from Alaska.
Alaska?
Alaska.
I'll bet it was cold up there.
Cold? My water spaniel's cubed up on me.
Well, tell me, what were you doing in Alaska?
Nothing. That's where I get my mail. You're not getting anything out of me, boy.
Maybe you could tell me something.
What's this?
You know where the Pacific Fleet is?
I most certainly do.
Where is it?
In the water.
Oh, a wise guy, huh?
No.
Here, have another drink.
Oh, I can't drink anymore, but it's a shame to waste it. Just pour it over me.
Say, big boy, why do you drink so much?
It's on account of my asthma.
Well, drinking is bad for asthma.
Listen, if it's good enough for me, it's good enough for asthma.
So you say you're a government atomic research worker?
That's right. I travel all over the world.
Where do you go from here?
Special mission, the largest deposit of uranium in the world.
Where are you going?
I can't tell you. It's a secret, but boy, am I going to have fun riding in that kangaroo pocket.
When are you going to Australia?
How did that get out? Look, you're pretty nosy, boy. I figured I was going to have trouble with you when I came in here because you just don't look right to me, boy. You just don't look right. I've seen a lot of people in my day, but you just don't look right to me. I can hardly see you.
Look. You better stop drinking or you won't be able to drive your car.
You better start reading them lines quicker or we ain't going to be here next time. What car? I don't drive a car. I got a green elephant parked outside, see? I'm going to learn to ride an elephant so when I get to Egypt, I'll know how to ride. You see, I'm going on the next troop ship.
A troop ship?
Yeah.
When?
Oh, no. I ain't going to get it out of me. My tongue ain't that loose yet.
About that troop movement, do you think you could remember if you had another drink?
Oh, it could be.
Okay. Here you are.
Oh, just throw it in my face. I'll drink it slowly.
Now, when is that boat sailing?
Well, I can't remember. Here, call this number and make out like you're me and ask them, see?
Oh, swell. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Hello? St. John's Hospital, Psychopathic Ward.
You know I get more free drinks this way. That's why I say don't let that devil out of the
Now, wait just a minute there, bud. I represent the ladies of the La Brea Tar Pit Society, and I say let him out.
No. Yes, it's unconstitutional to hold someone against his will.
Thank you, friend.
Quiet, that devil's going to speak now.
If the little boy lets me out, I will promise not to tempt anyone ever again. I have removed my horn and long tail. I have no power anymore.
You really lose your horns and your tail?
Yes, and you may have them to hang in your clubhouse as a reminder to do good.
Okay, now, if you give them to me, oh, boy, wait till the gang sees you.
Now, crime and destruction are on the march again.
Well, you promised that you wouldn't do nothing.
You fool, you! Never trust an evil foe.
Well, there he goes. I hope you busybodies you're all happy. You're suckers. That's what you is.
Why do you call us suckers?
Haven't you heard? I called them the way I seized them again.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, until next Sunday.
This is Red Skelton saying thank you for all your kind telegrams asking about my boy. He's really coming along fine. And now thanks for listening and thanks for buying more and more of that Wash Day Miracle Tide.
And this is Rod O'Connor reminding you that Tide gets clothes cleaner than any soap on earth, cleaner than any other washing product sold throughout America. That's why...
You get the cleanest washing down with T-I-D-E Tide. T-I-D-E Tide.
Join us again next Sunday for the Red Skelton Show. Red Skelton is heard in this program through the courtesy of Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. This the copyrighted feature transcribed from Hollywood. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The Abbott Costello Show, produced and transcribed in Hollywood tonight for your listening pleasure. So hold on to your chairs, folks, for here they are, Bud Abbott and Lum Costello.
Makes me feel glad to hang by my knees. It would be awful if I had to sneeze.
Yeah. I'll say it would be. Costello, for heaven's sake. What is that outfit you've got on?
I'm going to join a circus. These are my circus tights.
Circus tights?
Yeah.
That thing you are wearing is nothing but a suit of long underwear.
Long underwear?
Yes.
I thought I had an awful big hip pocket.
Take that outfit off and forget about the circus.
Oh, but I can't forget about the circus, Abbott.
Why not?
I come from a family of circus people. My Uncle Artie Stebbins was the world's greatest tightrope walker until he broke his neck.
How did he break his neck?
One night he got up to walk the rope. He was tight and the rope wasn't.
Boom! You please. Talk sense, Costello.
Oh, then I had another uncle in the circus. He was 7 feet tall.
7 feet tall?
Yeah, he used to stick his head in the lion's mouth.
What's his name?
Now we call him Shorty.
Shorty. Costello, what could you possibly do in this circus?
Oh, I like to take care of the animals. I love animals, Abbott.
I know that.
Just consider the elephant.
Oh, what's so marvelous about the elephant?
I wrote a poem about elephants.
You did? Let's hear it.
Elephants are useful friends. They have handles on both ends. When elephants travel, they don't have to pack. They have a trunk in the front and a suitcase in back.
Will you stop this nonsense, please?
But really, I love animals, Abby. Yesterday I was watching the circus parade, and an old mama kangaroo was crying her heart out. So I walked up to her and I said, "Poor mother kangaroo, why are you crying?" And she says, "My son ran away and left me holding the bag."
That's all. I've heard enough.
Ah, big cut. Go ahead. Oh, Abbott, I love all animals except the Wilson Up.
Yeah, well, that's Wilson Up. What's that?
That's a little animal with black fur with a white stripe down its back.
You idiot, that's a skunk.
That's what I said. A Wilson Up.
A Wilson Up. Costello, you know absolutely nothing about wild animals. Tell me, have you ever had a biting, kicking, clawing wild thing in your grasp?
Yeah, last night at the party.
No.
I just swear.
I don't mean... I mean, you don't seem to understand. I mean, have you ever been big game hunting?
Oh, I do that every night on Hollywood Boulevard.
You go game hunting on Hollywood Boulevard?
I beg your pardon. I thought you said game hunting.
No. Please answer my question.
Yes,
have you ever come face to face with a savage animal in the jungle?
Now you're talking my language, Abbott. One time I climbed up a tree and I bagged a ferocious lion.
You went up a tree after a lion?
No, he come up after me.
But you said you bagged him.
I did. I bagged him to go away.
Then what happened?
Then my brother came to my rescue, and I finally brought the lion home stuffed.
What was he stuffed with?
My brother.
With your brother? Costello, if you're so fearless around wild animals, you don't have to join a circus. I can get you a job here in the next Tarzan picture with Johnny Weissmuller and Maureen O'Sullivan.
Oh, do I have to make love to Mr. Sullivan?
No, Weissmuller does that.
Oh, I see. I'm just one of O'Sullivan's heroes.
No. You're going to be the stunt man. You see, in this picture, Weissmuller is supposed to save Miss O'Sullivan. Are you listening to me? I said
my tights are falling down.
Pull her on. Come out with those kind of things. You'll be wearing those kind of tights. What's wrong with you? Now, listen to this. Weissmuller is supposed to save Miss O'Sullivan from a man-eating lion.
Yes.
But instead, he calls for you to fight the lion.
How loud can he call?
Why?
I'll be in Patterson, New Jersey.
Costello, this lion is tame.
So am I, but I get hungry.
I know.
How much money do I get for fighting the lion?
Oh, what do you care about the money? It's the experience you need. Now, here's the scene. You're my stuntman, and I'm Johnny Weissmuller.
You're Johnny Weissmuller?
Yes.
You must have left your muscles home in your other suit.
No. I'm just trying to paint you a picture.
Well, don't smear it up in the middle.
All right, well, keep quiet a minute, please. Now, we're going through the jungle on all fours.
Mm-hmm.
First, I slunk through the bushes. Then you slunk through the bushes. Then I slunk again.
You slunk twice as much as I do. Are you sure it ain't slink? I slink again?
Now, never mind. What's the difference?
A lot of differences. Don't joke now.
Listen, I'm not looking for jokes. Now, keep quiet. I'm serious. I've got you out in the jungle. Now, keep quiet.
And are you lost?
No. Now, what's your step, please? Watch your step and follow me. Come on. Wait a minute. Was that a lion?
Well, it wasn't something I yet.
Wait. Peek through the bushes there. Do you see anything?
Yeah, there's a mama lion and a papa lion.
Where are the cubs?
They're playing Brooklyn this week.
Watch out, Costello. Here comes a lion.
What am I going to do?
Do whatever the lion does. Yeah, he's staring at you.
I'm staring back at him.
He's showing his teeth.
I'm showing my teeth.
He's wagging his tail.
That lets me out.
Suddenly the lion sees Mr. O'Sullivan, and he gets ready to spring. Moving closer, Costello, so he'll get you instead.
Wait a minute. How much money am I getting for this?
Oh, what do you care about the money? It's the experience you need. Here comes the lion.
Quicksand! Quicksand!
What do you mean, quicksand?
Quick! Send for help!
Stand where you are, Costello. Stand where you are. As the lion runs by you, grab him by the mane.
The mane what?
Mane, lion's neck.
Let him neck. I'm not in the mood.
Oh, quick, Costello, grab the lion in your bare hand.
Wait a minute. How much money did you say I'm getting?
What do you care about the money? It's the experience you need. Finally, you defeat the lion. There he goes, slinking through the bushes.
That's better. Slinking through the bushes.
Never mind slinking or slushing, it makes no difference.
Slinking through the bushes. Even the lion slinks in this picture.
Oh, that's laid there.
Now I'm lost, too.
Oh, Sullivan is so happy she throws herself into the hero's arms and kisses him.
That's what I've been waiting for. Come into my arms, babe.
Wait a minute, Costello. Weissmuller's the hero. You're just a stuntman.
But I saved her life. Why can't I kiss her?
You're not being paid to kiss her.
What do I care about the money? It's the experience I need.
Well, Costello, you finally got a job in the circus, eh?
Yeah, stick around, Abbott, until I get through watering these elephants. Here, Jumbo. Here's your first bucketful. Well, come on, Jumbo. Do I have to stick your head in the bucket?
Costello, the other end is his trunk.
Oh, yeah. I have a hold of his fleece. Here you are, Jumbo. Hey, you, Jumbo. Don't squirt that water all over me, Jumbo. You do that again, I'll tie a knot in your trunk. Okay, Jumbo. I told you what I'd do.
Well, Costello, did you tie a knot in his trunk?
Yeah. Oh, what do you know? He tied a knot in my nose.
Well, come on, you're through with the elephants. Let's go over to the Midway and have some fun, huh?
Right up, folks, the greatest array of freaks in the world. Come in and see you bang me, the only girls in the world that can lick an envelope after it's in the mailbox. Hey, you fat boy. Step in and see the snake charmer, the human skeleton, the tattooed lady, all for $0.25.
I won't pay $0.25 to go in there.
Say, ain't you Lou Costello?
That's me.
You can go in for nothing. Courtesy, they're all freaks.
Hey, how did you happen to become a dog-faced boy?
When I was a baby, I was scared by an Airedale. What's your excuse?
Well, I was. Get out of here!
Hey, Costello, who is that young lady waving to us?
Oh, it's the actress, Bessie Minuccio. Hello, Bessie.
Oh, I'm having such a jolly time here looking at all the attractions. Could I offer you boys some of my croaker joke?
Croaker joke?
Sure, Abby. You know what croaker joke is. That's peep corn. Mucho.
Miss Mucho, have you seen any of the wild animals?
Oh, yes. I saw the monkeys, the baboons, and the crocodiles.
Oh, where to see the alligators and the hippopotamus?
Mr. Costello, you talk so quaint. Do you by any chance come from Alabama?
No, I come from Peterson, New Jersey.
Well, I'm going into the main tent to see the acrobats perform. A bonsoir, monsieur, to you.
And a bony squaw in the sword to you, too.
Help, Commander! Please, help! There, holy smoke, Costello, our old friend Scotty.
Hey, Scotty, come here. What's the matter?
I'm going to sue the circus. I was watching the bareback rider and somebody stepped on my face.
Oh, how could anybody step on your face?
Well, I was crawling under the tent at the time. The whole circus is a fake anyway, laddies. I just bought a big bag of cotton candy.
Well, what's the matter with it?
It was pot rayon. Well, laddies, I got to go find a place to sleep here at the circus.
Scotty, you mean you're going to sleep out here at the circus grounds tonight?
Aye, laddie. I can ride into town with a parade tomorrow and save car fare. Good man, laddie.
Coffee, gentlemen. I'm the India Rubber Man. Have a smoke on me.
Gee, thanks, India Rubber Man.
This is a big day in my life, boys. Congratulate me. Oh, you have an addition to your family? Yes. My wife just presented me with a 7-pound hot water bottle.
I bet if his wife ever has twins, it'll be a pair of rubber boots.
Oh, never mind him. Here comes the bearded lady. I've always wanted to meet one of them.
Hey, Abbott, there's no such thing. That's a man.
No, it isn't.
Here, I'll prove it to you. Hello, bearded lady.
Hello.
You're not really a lady. You're a man, ain't you?
Oh, darn it. A fella can never keep a secret.
Costello, is everything around this circus a phony?
No, look. Here comes something genuine. It's the biggest attraction in the circus, Abbott. The human skeleton. Hello, skeleton.
I beg your pardon.
It's Mrs. Niles.
Now, just a moment, Costello. Are you implying that my wife is skinny?
And if she's swallowing a bottle of olives, she'd look like a string of peas.
Remember, you're working here. Now, if you insult the customers, you'll lose your job. Now, remember.
Oh, Costello, so you're with the circus, eh?
Why aren't you in your cage? Well, I just stepped out. Mrs. Niles, maybe I only have a little job now bringing water to the elephants, but next week I'll have a bigger job.
A bigger job?
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to wash the elephants.
Next week, you may not be with the circus. My wife happens to be chairman of the Women's Charity Club that was responsible for this circus.
Yes, Costello. I'll have you know that I helped bring this circus to town.
What did you do? Pull one of the wagons?
Now, just a minute, Costello. You can't compare my wife to a horse.
You're right, then. Her ears are too long.
Jenna, did you hear what he said? My ears are too long. Are you going to let him get by with that?
No, dear. Costello, that should read, her ears are too long.
Don't give me any of that education, Niles. Just because you're running for mayor of Studio City, what are you going to be, the old gray man?
Never mind him, Kenneth. Costello, I'm going to the manager of this circus and have you thrown off the lot.
Don't do that, Mrs. Niles. Please don't get me fired. I need the money for my animals. Last year I went in the rabbit business and I lost a lot of money.
You did?
Yes, ma'am. I bought 2 rabbits. And do you know how many rabbits I have now?
How many?
2. The man didn't tell me they were brothers.
I have something to tell that young man.
Costello, where are you?
Hey, here I am. I was over by the bear's cage feeding the little cubs some cookies.
You're giving cookies to the bear cubs?
Yeah, they were cupcakes. Why do the writers make me say things like that?
Costello, I went to the manager and told him that you insulted me. And this time, young man, I think I have fixed your wagon.
And you got just the wagon tongue that can do it.
Costello, she's trying to tell you that you're going to be fired.
Mrs. Niles, why did you have to go and do that? I didn't really mean what I said. I think you're really a beautiful woman. You have lips just like pedals.
Rose petals?
No, bicycle pedals.
Oh, I
to insult it in all my life. I'm going right back to the mess.
Well, Costello, what are you going to do now?
Who cares about her? Hey, look, Abbott. Look. Look over there. The dancing girls are coming out on the midway. Come on.
All right, folks, step right up and meet that great dancing girl, Princess Zaza.
Zaza?
Zaza.
Zaza, pretty name.
Now the Princess Zaza has the cleverest pair of feet in the world of French trickery. But I warn you, don't watch her feet too close or you'll miss her dance. And here, folks, is the lovely princess in person.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I will fill any request numbers. Now, what would you like for me to do?
Come on over here and kiss your poor old father.
You are such a cute little man, monsieur.
Princess Zaza, you have a figure like Venus.
For that, you may hold my hand. For that, you may hold my hand. For that, you may hold my hand. For that, you may hold my hand.
You are as beautiful as Helen of Troy.
For that, you may put your arm around my waist.
You are as bewitching as Cleopatra.
For that, you may scream
for the morning.
You are really such a cute little man, but you are too fat. You should take the stepping up exercises.
I wouldn't have to take them if I was set up like you.
That's Billy holding up the show.
Yes, folks, step up and get your tickets on the inside. You'll see the princess dance, and what a dance. She moves her muscles in every direction.
Are you going to buy a ticket, little fat boy?
Yeah, but don't move anything until I get there.
It's you, Costello. I've been looking for you.
What are you doing here, Melonhead?
I'm the manager of this circus, Abbott. All my life I've spent under the big canvas.
Don't look now, but your head is pushing through it.
Costello, I don't want any more cracks about my shiny dome.
You better get it back to the crystal case before she misses it.
Look,
I see a Ford in that head.
Never mind about the head. Now, look here, Costello. I didn't come here to argue with you. I've had a complaint about you from Mrs. Niles, and you're fired. Now, get off the lot.
Please, Mr. Melonhead, don't make me leave my animals. I love them all. I even love that Dangaroo Skipperwa in that cage.
Dangaroo Skipperwa? That's as dangerous. Keep away.
Please, Melonhead, give Costello another job. You don't have to give him any M-O-N-E-Y.
Well, all right. But he don't get any W-A-G-E-S.
You guys don't have to spell in front of me. I don't like candy anyway.
Well, Costello, I'll give you one more chance. I've got just the job for you. You see that hole in the canvas there? I want you to stick your head through it.
What for?
Well, you'll see a lot of people on the other side with baseballs in their hands. Now, when you stick your head through the canvas, the game starts.
Hey, Abbott, I'm going to see a baseball game. Maybe if I use my head, I can get one of those balls.
All right, folks, step right up and hit the little boy on the head.
Come on, folks, step right up and hit the little boy on the head. Hey, wait a minute. Hit what boy on whose head?
He means you, Costello. People throw baseballs at your head.
Yeah, and if they hit you on the head, they get a pound of sugar.
And all I get is a lump.
Don't be silly. You can't get hurt.
Now, what happened to the boy that had this job before me?
Here he comes now. Step aside and let the stretcher get by.
Hey, just a minute. I want to ask that kid on the stretcher a question. Hey, boy, how do you feel? Is your head all right?
Oh, yes, it's perfectly all right. I feel absolutely normal. And I'm so happy you came to see me, Miss Lamar.
Brother, let me out of here, Abbott. I'm getting out of here.
Costello, stay where you are. Keep your head in that hole.
That's right, Costello. Now, here, I'll throw a few practice balls to show you how simple the game is. Get ready, Costello. Here comes the ball.
Costello, get up. Get up off your knees and quit picking up that popcorn.
What popcorn? I'm picking up my teeth.
Oh, a coward, huh?
I'll tell you who's a coward, Melonhead. You got me into this, and I'm going to settle with you. I dare you to take your coat off.
Oh, yeah? There. My coat's off.
And my coat's off. I dare you to take off your shirt.
Oh, yeah? There. My shirt's off.
My shirt's off.
All right, now, what are you going to do about it?
I'll scratch your back if you'll scratch mine.
Help, please! Help!
Hey, Costello. Costello, that's Ken Miles yelling.
Help! Help! Somebody do something.
What's the matter?
Oh, my lovely wife dropped her purse in the lion's cage, and she went in after it. She's in there alone with the lions.
Those poor lions. They'll have to defend themselves.
Come on, Costello. We haven't got a minute to lose. Open the door and let Costello in.
Yeah, open that door. And you... Wait a minute. I just happen to think I got to see Princess Agda right away.
But we've got to wrestle the lion.
You wrestle what you like, and I'll wrestle what I like.
Get in there, Costello. Here comes the lion, Costello. Grab him.
All right. I gotcha. Thought you were tough, eh? Take that. Hey, Rabbit, there was nothing to it. She's an old lion. I got my hand rammed right down her throat. Look, she hasn't even got any teeth. Costello, you fool. Take your hand out of my mouth.
Ladies and gentlemen, the secret word tonight is smile. S-M-I-L-E.
Really?
You bet your life. The more than 3,000 DeSoto Plymouth dealers of America present Groucho Marx in You Bet Your Life, the comedy quiz series produced and transcribed from Hollywood. And here he is, the one, the only...
Nice guy. Oh, that's me. Well, here I am again with $3,000 for one of our couples.
Just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected a young lady, Miss Daphne Carr, and her partner is Mr. William Hopper. Folks, meet Groucho Marx.
Well, welcome. Welcome for the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. Say the secret word and divide $100. It's a common word, something you always have with you. Miss Daffy Carr?
Daphne, please.
Oh, Daphne. Oh, I thought it said Daffy here. May I ask your age?
21.
21. That's a ripe old age. Shall I keep calling you Daffy?
No, I have several nicknames my friends call me.
Just what nicknames do you have? Could you give us a brief summary of your nicknames?
Oh, they call me Doll or Vitamin or Sugar.
Well, the whole three are essential. Why do they call you Vitamin?
Well, because I used to go out with a pill, and I was always trying to keep everything going and exciting and everything, and he would just sit around and mope more or less, so they called me Vitamin.
You just didn't want to mope with the dope, is that it? What do you mean? You wanted to do things that were exciting, like what?
Things that are exciting and everything that's vivacious and, lots of exciting things.
I dig it. Mr. Bill Hopper, are you related to Hedda?
No, no relation.
Grass?
No. It's one thing I do when I don't get my name on the telephone. I say, you know what a grasshopper is? And they says, yes. Well, leave out the grass and you'll get the rest.
And do they do that?
Most times.
You have a pet name, too? Anybody call you Vitamin or anything?
No, just the plain Bill.
Oh, plain Bill.
Plain Bill.
Where were you born?
I was born in Wolfartisworthy, England.
Would you spell that?
WLLFARDISWRTHY.
No, I remember the other part, Bill, B-I-L-L. Now, what does Wolfartisworthy mean?
That consists of a little village on the boundary line of Cornwall in England. Just a little small town.
How long have you been in the United States?
Since 1906.
It's quite some time. 1906. Swine Swansea, Oxen Swansea, right? 10 years, huh? Are you married, Bill?
Yes, sir.
Why did you marry? Did you marry a Wolfartisworthy lass?
No, sir.
Who'd you marry?
Married a California girl. Married the first girl I was introduced to in America. In California, rather.
You were hard to get, all right.
Hard to get.
How old are you, Bill?
64.
Are you really 64?
Pretty soon be 65.
Oh, is that so? I thought you were about 50.
Wish I was.
Well, you don't look it. You're a very vigorous, healthy, young-looking man, and I say that in the name of the Lord Mayor of Wolf Fathersworthy, England. Now, in just 1 minute, you're going to play You Bet Your Life for a chance at the $3,000 question. But before you do, I want you to pay attention to something real important.
Have you seen?
Did you ride?
Did you drive a new DeSoto? Hurry up.
Do it now.
At your dealers today. It's designed for you and your budget, too. It's the 1952 DeSoto.
Have you driven the beautiful, the new 1952 DeSoto? The new DeSoto is designed for comfort, with chair-high seats, a big, roomy interior, and smooth-riding Oriflow shock absorbers that help make even the roughest road feel like a boulevard. The new DeSoto is designed for safety, with extra-wide windshield and window areas for better vision, and safety rim wheels to protect your family in case of blow-ups. Yes, the new DeSoto is designed for you, and your budget, too. See it. Ride in it. Drive it today at your DeSoto Plymouth dealers. The magnificent new 1952 DeSoto. And remember, all dealers who sell DeSoto also sell Plymouth, the value jewel of the low-priced field.
All right, now let's see how you work together as a team. George?
Yes.
Explain the rules.
Well, you bet as much of your $20 as you want on each of 4 questions, and the couple that earns the most money gets a chance at the $3,000 DeSoto Plymouth question later in the show.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected major cities of the United States. These cities are all over 100,000 population. Now, here's your first question. How much will you bet?
15?
15? In what state is the city of Charlotte?
North Carolina.
North Carolina is right.
On your way, you have $35.
Remember, you're going for $3,000 tonight. Now, how much of the $35 will you try this time?
25?
25. In what state is the city of Somerville? Somerville.
Somerville. Do you know? Yes.
Take a stab.
Jersey.
New Hampshire?
Oh, you're pretty close. It's Massachusetts. That's a tough question.
You now have $10.
All right, you got $10. You're not out of the race yet. Here's your third question. How much of the $10 you're going to bet?
5.
In what state is the city of Tampa?
All right.
Florida.
Florida is right.
Well, you're on your way again. You have $15.
You have $15, and it's your last chance to beat the other couples. How much will you bet?
All
of it.
All?
Good. In what state is the city of Duluth?
Minnesota.
Minnesota is right. Sorry, I had one tough question.
And you wind up with $30.
Put it there, kid. Thanks and good luck from the DeSoto Plymouth dealers.
We invited some musicians and their wives to the show tonight, Groucho. And just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected Mr. and Mrs. Bill Douglas. And here they are. Folks, come in here and meet Groucho Marx.
Well, howdy doody.
Hello.
Welcome, youngsters, for the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. Say the secret word and divide $100. It's a common word, something you always have with you. Dorothy and Bill Douglas. Is that right?
Yes.
That's right. What shall I call you, Mrs. Douglas?
Dorothy.
Dorothy, yeah. And what does Bill call you?
Just baby.
You think he'll always call you baby?
I guess so. I hope so, anyway.
Well, it's a nice, endearing name. What do you call Bill? And remember, this is only a half-hour program. What do you call it?
Sligger-puddin'.
Huh?
Sligger-puddin'.
Sligger-puddin'?
Yes.
Well, Sligger-puddin', how are you? Now, that isn't better than calling a fellow full waters worthy or some name like that. Would you mind telling us why you call him Sligger-puddin'?
Well, that's short for sugar pudding.
That's short for sugar pudding?
Yes.
That must be lump sugar, I guess. Well, let's talk music. I understand you. What band are you with, Slickerfoot?
Oh, I play with several bands.
All at once?
Oh, no, by that I mean that I'm a freelance musician. I play with a number of bands, and we do casual dates.
Casual dates?
That's right.
Does Baby know about that? What instruments do you play?
Well, I play the drums.
You regard that as an instrument? A piece of dead skin stretched over a washtub, you regard as an instrument? What are some of the things you have to know how to drum?
Well, you should know your basic rudiments, such as the various rolls.
Oh, are there any fine points to drumming? Could you name some of the finer points of drumming?
Yes, well, we have finer rudiments such as the paradiddle, the flam, the flamadiddle, the ratamaqueue. All their,
Steady there, Bill. Steady there. Let's take these one at a time. After all, I'm a musician, too. Would you have any objections if I asked you to demonstrate a few of these rolls?
Well, it's sort of difficult. I don't have my drum with me.
Oh, we have a drum. Jerry, could we borrow your drum? Bring up the drum. I brought up 3 kids. You certainly can bring up a drum. Right around here now. We're going to do this real big league style. If this man pretends he's a drummer, we'd like to know something about it. Now, this is Jerry Fielding. This is the director of the orchestra. He's not accustomed to carrying a drum. His father was a drummer. He used to sell neckties, but that's the place. Now, let's see, Bill. What was it? Let's see, you said something about a ratamaqueue. This is a pretty personal thing to say to a man you've just met, but could you describe a ratamaqueue in mixed company? What is a ratamaqueue?
Oh, a ratamaqueue is a triplet preceded by 2 grace notes followed by 1 beat.
Could you show us how a ratamaqueue goes?
Oh, ratamaqueue, it sounds just like ratamaqueue when I play it on the drum.
You know, drumming has changed a lot since my day. Back in '76, all I had to do was wear a bandage on my head and whistle Yankee Doodle. What else did you mention before? You had some other curious names that you...
Well, we also have double flamadiddle, the double paradiddle, the flamadiddle-diddle.
Well, any 2-year-old kid would know that. But we have very few 2-year-old kids in our audience. They're all watching Meet the Press. Could you give us a sample flamadiddle?
All right. The flamadiddle is a paradiddle with a flam on the first beat.
Well, a flamadiddle sounds like a ratamaqueue that's had a tough night. You imagine what Shakespeare could have done with that kind of talk? Huh? Alas, poor flamadiddle, I knew him ratamaqueue. Whatever happened to bebop? Alas, poor bebop, I knew him flamadiddle. What is bebop, anyway?
Well, that's just cool music.
Well, will you get me my overcoat? I'd like to know. Just how cool is bebop? Huh?
Well, it's the coolest as far as I'm concerned.
What do you think is bebop, Dorothy?
Well, just way out.
You couldn't get it any clearer than that if it's a way out. Well, you're a very nice couple, and you've been most instructive. I've learned a lot tonight about flamadiddle. And I'd like to go on talking to you all night. However, since Bill here, what's his name?
Slinger pudding.
The Slinger pudding is full of Radamacue. I wouldn't be surprised if he beats me out of a lot of money tonight. Now then, we're going to go for the big money. We're going to see. You're going to play You Bet Your Life for a chance at the $3,000 question. All you have to do is run your $20 and the more than our other couples. Can't tell you how much you have to win, but George Fenneman is going to remind our listeners.
The first couple, Daphne Carr and Bill Hopper, won $30.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected French words used in the English language. These are all anglicized French words. All right, here's your first question. How much are you going to bet?
19.
That's good enough.
$19, huh? Well, what is the French word that means a first appearance in public? It begins with the letter D.
Debut.
That's right. Debut is right.
Well, you're off to a great start. You have $39.
All right, remember you're going for $3,000 tonight. Now, how much of the $39 are you going to risk on this one?
38's good enough.
How much?
38, she says.
Say, you're real cool tonight, aren't you? Now, what do you call a lady's bedroom? It begins with the letter B.
Boudoir.
A boudoir is right.
Really on your way, you have $77.
Oh, you're way out, Skinnamadingle. Here's your third question. How much of the 77 are you going to bet?
75.
What is the French word that means over sophisticated or well weary? It begins with the letter B. Talk it over. You can help me. Take a guess if you don't know. Blasé. You should have known that. There's a song, too. A famous song, Blasé. Well, that cut you way down.
Yes, you now have $2.
Oh. Well, you certainly can't get cool on $2. Huh? All right, you have one more chance to beat the other couples. How much will you bet?
Bet the $2.
Bet the $2.
What is the French word that means rubbish or wreckage? It begins with the letter D.
Debris.
Debris is right. I'm sorry that you lost that big one.
Wait a minute, how about this?
We certainly cannot let these people go away with $2 in their kick. We're going to give you one more question. Answer it correctly, and we'll give you $10. Now, think hard, and please no help from the audience. Steady? Here we go. What color is orange juice? Orange is right. Thanks and good luck from the DeSoto Plymouth dealers.
We have a couple of expectant parents next, Groucho. I think you're going to like them. Mr. and Mrs. Tom Snodgrass, I want you to come in and meet Groucho Marx.
Well, welcome, youngsters, for the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. Say the secret word and take home $100 in cash. It's a common word, something you always have with you. Mr. and Mrs. Tom Snodgrass, eh? Mrs. Snodgrass, what's your first name?
Nadine.
That's a very pretty name.
Thank you.
Sounds like a spot remover. How old are you, Nadine?
I'm 19.
19, huh? How old are you, Tom?
21.
21. How long you been married?
Oh, a year and 3 months.
Mr. Fenneman says you're expecting, but he didn't say what. Nadine, what are you expecting?
I'm expecting a baby.
Well, of all things, huh? Hey, this is serious. Is there a doctor in the house? How do you feel, Nadine? All right?
I feel just fine. The baby isn't due until April.
Tom, this is the first time we ever had anybody named Snodgrass in the program who's going to have a baby in April. Does anybody ever comment on your name?
Well, I become quite a fighter when I was young. Most of the kids kid me about my name, and even at work, most people think I'm kidding when I say my name is Snodgrass.
What sort of work do you do? Just going around defending your name?
No, I'm a transformer winder at Hughes Aircraft.
Nadine, were you working when you first heard about this impending development?
Yes, I was. I still am. I work for California Physician Service and Blue Shield Medical Plan.
Oh, that's pretty handy, huh? What would you like to have, a boy or a girl?
I think I'd rather have a boy.
How about you, Tom, boy or girl?
Oh, it has to be a boy.
Why? Why are you so insistent on that?
Why? Well, I'm the last of the Snodgrasses. I'd like to carry the name on.
Well, Tom, that's an important project. Of course, you may wind up with 17 girls, but it's worth fighting for. Do you have a pet name for Tom besides Snodgrass?
Well...
You don't call him Skinny Rumpety, is it?
No, worse than that. Sometimes I call him Spider.
Well, that's a nice name for a husband. It's very common, though. Why do you call him Spider? Did he ask you into his parlor?
No, he's
Was
tall
he always
and
flying
thin.
around? Huh?
He's tall and thin, and when he was in high school, he was on the gym team, and he was on the side horse and long horse, and he looks like a spider when he tumbles.
Did he tumble for you on a long horse? What's your pet name for Nadine, Spider?
Well, I call her Dimples. She's got about 9 of them.
How did you meet this wretch? This is the name he wants to survive and perpetuate. How did you meet Spider?
Well, we went to the same high school, but we didn't know each other very well. Tom graduated before I did and went into the Navy. He came home...
What was that? Oh. We got a 3-act here, and I don't know it. So,
I was waiting for a bus one day, and he came and sat down beside me and asked me for a date.
you were standing on the corner waiting for a bus, and he came and sat down beside you?
No, I was sitting on the bench.
Oh, there was a bench there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Did you propose to Nadine after the bus date, Tom?
No, I didn't. The next day I was shipped to San Francisco for dry dock and repairs.
Must have been a pretty violent day. What kind of repair?
It was repairs on the destroyer.
Oh, on the boat, huh?
Yeah, on the ship.
Now, Dimples, could you tell us about Spider's proposal? Where did it happen? What did he say?
Well, we were in a drive-in movie, and it was in the middle of the Tom and Jerry cartoon. And
Now, don't tell me you were watching the movie.
No.
yes, we were.
He wasn't, but she was watching Jerry, huh? How did Tom find out about the baby? Did you start eating strawberry ice cream for breakfast?
No, I went to the doctor, and the doctor gave me several little pamphlets about babies, and I brought them home and gave them to Tom.
And then he had a craving for strawberry ice cream? Well, you're a lovely young couple, and I wish you the best of luck, all three of you. Or maybe all four of you. Now you're going to play You Bet Your Life. You beat our other couples, you'll get a chance at the $3,000 question. Can't tell you how much you have to win, but George is going to remind our listeners.
The first couple, Daphne Carr and Bill Hopper, are still ahead with $30.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected resorts of the United States. These resorts and towns are visited by thousands of tourists each year. Now, here's your first question. How much of the $20 you're going to try?
15.
15. All right. In what state do you find Lake Placid?
New York.
New York is right.
You're on your way. You have $35.
Remember, you're going for $3,000 tonight. Now, how much of the $35 you're going to try this time?
30.
30. In what state do you find Sun Valley?
Idaho.
Idaho is right.
You now have $65.
$65. Here's your third question. How much are you going to bet?
60.
60. 50? 60? 60. In what state do you find Sarasota?
Oh.
Sarasota. Talk it over, and if you don't know, take a guess.
Michigan?
No, I'm sorry. It's Florida.
Oh.
I think some of the teams train there.
You now have $5.
$5. Yeah. Well, 3 people can't live on $5. Now, here's your last chance to beat the other couples. How much will you bet? $5. In what state do you find French Lick? This resort is famous for their mineral springs. Talk it over, and if you don't know, guess.
California?
No. It's Indiana.
Oh.
It's right near Indianapolis. Well, we certainly can't let you people go away broke. Going to give you one more question. If you get it right, I'll give you $10. Think hard, and please no help from the audience. What composer wrote Brahms' Lullaby?
You know that.
Brahms?
Brahms is right, huh? I'm sorry you didn't win so much.
Well, you
were such a cute couple.
lost all your money, so that means our first couple, Daphne Carr and William Hopper, with $30, in just 1 minute, get the chance of the DeSoto Plymouth $3,000 question. Friends, just let me mention one big advantage you get when you take your car for service to a DeSoto Plymouth dealer. You see, his shop is fitted out with the latest, most modern tools and equipment to cope with any possible type of job, big or small, and do that job right. And the DeSoto Plymouth dealer mechanics who use these tools and this equipment know exactly what they're doing. They're highly trained men, not only experienced, but well-trained. Every so often, DeSoto Plymouth dealer servicemen are given factory-supervised training courses. This way, they keep abreast of the latest methods of servicing your car. Now, such training in factory methods is valuable even to the expert mechanics who combine new knowledge with past experience to assure you of a top service job every time. Oh, naturally, the more skilled a man is, the better his work and the faster he does it. And this saves you money. Top service, expert attention to your car, yes, and courtesy, too. That's what you'll find wherever you see the famous sign of better service, the friendly sign of a DeSoto Plymouth dealer. And here is Daphne Carr and Bill Hopper, the winning couple, all ready for the DeSoto Plymouth $3,000 question, Groucho.
Here we go for $3,000. I'll give you 15 seconds to decide on a single answer between you. Think carefully, and please no help from the audience. Here it is. I'm sure everyone has heard of the Hall of Fame, the famous memorial to great Americans. But do you know where it is? It's located on the campus of a great university. For $3,000, where is the Hall of Fame located? What's the answer you two have decided upon?
Washington?
No, I'm sorry. It's New York University, huh? That's the correct answer, New York University. So that means the big question next week will be worth $3,500. Well, you lost the big money, but you won a lot in the quiz. How much did they win?
$30.
$30! Huh? Congratulations and a very Merry Christmas to both of you and to all of our contestants on the show tonight. I'm sorry.
Be sure to tune in again next Wednesday night at the same time for the Groucho Marx Show, when the big question will be worth $3,500. And don't miss Groucho's television show, also presented by the DeSoto Plymouth Dealers of America. And remember, all dealers who sell DeSoto also sell Plymouth. 2 great cars, both products of the Chrysler Corporation.
And when you drive in, tell them Groucho sent you. Good night, folks, and remember, see the 1952 DeSoto.
Folks, here's a reminder that the Christmas seals you put on your cards and packages will support the fight against TB all next year. You Bet Your Life, transcribed from Hollywood, is produced by John Goodell, directed by Robert Dwan and Bernie Smith, Music by Jerry Fielding. This is George Fenneman signing off for the more than 3,000 DeSoto Plymouth dealers from coast to coast.
Walter, it's early evening as our scene opens now. And here in the living room of the small house halfway up in the next block, we find Mr. and Mrs. Victor Gook. Vic has been talking on the telephone the last quarter hour and has only just this moment replaced the receiver on the hook. And he seems upset. Listen.
He was patronizing, even condescending.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you have some literature on it you could drop in the mail and I'd find time to glance over, he says.
Oh.
Literature. Does he think we print advertisements?
I was afraid
He'd find time to glance over. How you like that?
I was afraid
Why, the big yap sounded like he thought there wasn't any more to obtaining membership in the sacred stars of the Milky Way than walking up and buying a ticket.
Did you follow him out?
Huh?
You didn't holler at him.
I hardly opened my trap.
Oh, that's good. See, he doesn't realize.
Stunned. Thunderstruck. Maybe you have some literature on the club you could drop in the mail and I might find time to glance over, he says.
I was afraid.
A club, he called it. A club, mind you. The sacred stars of the Milky Way he called a club.
Fred just don't understand about such things, Vic.
I'll say he don't.
He's worked hard all his life.
That's no excuse. That's no excuse.
I was afraid this would come up.
Why?
Well, Rosie mentioned it the other day.
Yeah?
She said Fred's been talking about...
I bet he said the same thing he said a year or so ago.
What was that?
I don't know, but what I might let myself be talked into joining Vic Sade. Is that what he said?
Just about that.
Our founder, R.J. Conk, ought to be turning over in his grave. I never heard anything so ignorant. Like that big fat head, the more I think about it, the madder I get. Here we have a great sacred brotherhood, over 75 years old. A brotherhood of men chained tightly together with shackles of brightest gold. A brotherhood born in the highest concepts of honor, ambition, courage, progress, ideals, chivalry, art, and beauty.
You really?
And some lame brain pipsqueak allows that maybe he might let himself be talked into joining that brotherhood.
Evening, Friday.
Well,
Why do I stand here? Why don't I go paste him one upside the snoot?
Here's Uncle Fletcher.
I've known all along Fred Stembottom was a nitwit, of course, but it's hard to realize the depths his ignorance actually reach.
Well, you home too, Vic.
Drop him some literature. I'll drop him some literature.
How are you, Uncle Fletcher?
First rate, thanks. Glorious evening.
Yes.
Fred's heard me talk about the lodge. Surely he must know it isn't anything a guy can just walk up and join.
Is that a fact, Vic? Well, like my landlady was saying at the supper table
He
tonight...
must know that you have to submit an application and then be voted on. That it's a process that takes weeks. And there's hard work to be done. Lessons to be learned.
No, I don't think he realizes that.
Hello, Uncle Fletcher.
Hello, Vic. Say, I stopped past Cully Morris's gas station on my way over
Why
here.
don't he realize it? I've talked about it enough times when he and Ruthie were playing cards with it.
You appreciate how Fred is, Vic. He listens to himself talk, but he don't pay much attention to anybody else.
Remember Ernie Sonkers and Belvedere Sadie?
Why, just the other evening, I must have palavered at least a quarter of an hour on the subject. I described how a class of lodge candidates in Ohio had half of their number to get blackballed. I told about 3 fellas that wanted to belong to the sacred stars of the Milky Way so much they wept when they got turned down. I remember amplifying the story. Went into details. Where was Fred?
I guess he just wasn't paying attention.
Well, why wasn't he paying attention? I was the host. Ain't people supposed to listen to the host when he's talking?
Oh.
I'm just finding out about that big ox.
Remember Ernie Sankers there in Belvedere, Vic?
Why, when I wanted to belong to the Sacred Stars of the Milky Way, my application was turned down 3 separate and distinct times before they'd take me. There's a case on record of a chap in Missouri that tried fruitlessly for 20 years, and he never did make it. And Mr. Frederick Stembottom, the hotshot halfwit from the foundry, says maybe if I send him some literature, he might possibly let himself be talked into joining.
You people may laugh.
Let me get volume 7 out of my large library and see what it says on the matter.
Oh, gee, Vic, I wouldn't let myself get too upset.
No, not at all.
Can't you just charge it up to Fred's ignorance?
Sure.
And then forget it?
Let's see what volume 7 says.
Remember Ernie Sankers there in Belvedere, Sadie?
No, I don't, Uncle Fletcher.
Ernie Sankers was accused of marrying a woman 35 years old.
Was he? Because, gee, it'd be too bad if somebody's silliness made us break up or anything.
How do you mean, break up or anything?
Well, we see so much of Fred and Ruthie, play so much cards and everything, you know. It'd be just awful if...
You know in what esteem I hold my lodge, Sade. It's one of the biggest things in my life.
Yes, but
Just a second, I'll read you a few revealing passages from volume 7.
Ernie Sankers, Sadie, was accused of marrying a woman 35 years old. He was accused wrong because the woman was 46. I knew the woman myself. She went under the name of Della Hushka.
Oh, really? Well, and another thing, please don't forget, is that
Here we
Fred...
are. Listen.
Something in my tooth.
What?
I believe I've got something in my tooth. No, but all that off to one side, forgiven and forgotten. To finish the story about Ernie Sankers. He got disgusted with the whole works and washed his hands of it. I have been accused of marrying a woman 35 years old, he told the boys. That woman has produced a birth certificate proving her to be 46. My name is cleared. I can look any man in the face. But, says Ernie, I'm sick and tired of the whole business. I'm leaving town. And he did. Moved to Dallas, Arizona. Invented a product for darkening your hands and feet. Quit work to enjoy his money. Later died. Fight.
Want to listen to a little of this?
All right.
Membership in the Sacred Stars of the Milky Way is a precious amulet to be worn gloriously through life. Our founder, R.J. Conk, has said, in toto non cum laude approbuis gank. Sim spittle ad nauseum agricola fish. Omnia garis est divisa in tres parties spinach yacht dumb cocked
Don't do any good to read that to me, Vic. Reading your book to me don't help the situation.
I popped some popcorn last night.
Did you, Uncle Fletcher?
H.K. Huckerman and myself.
Tastes good, did it?
Tasted fine.
That's nice.
Tasted so good, by George, H.K. Huckerman and myself.
Fred's been stupid and made you mad, and I can understand why, and don't blame you a bit. But it seems to me we ought to try...
Does he think he can join the Sacred Stars of the Milky Way just like you'd walk up to the ticket window and buy a ticket for the movie show?
Yes, he does think that.
It's taken me all this while to find out about that bird.
We've spent a good deal of time with Fred and Ruthie the last 7-8 years, Vic.
Too much.
Hundreds of evenings.
Sam McWashjag,
and they've been pleasant evenings. Wouldn't it be too bad to end such a nice friendship just over something silly that's all Fred's fault and none of yours? Seems to me like you could afford to laugh.
I don't laugh where the lodge is concerned, Sade.
Sam McWashjag, and Dixon, Sadie.
Yes, Uncle Fletcher, excuse me.
Sam McWashjag, and Dixon used to claim he could play a cornet from the wrong end.
Oh?
Instead of holding the mouthpiece up to his mouth, he'd blow through the end that flares out where ordinarily the music comes from.
Well...
He just claimed that. I never saw a half-wit do it.
Yes, that's nice. Very nice.
Yes, it is.
Couldn't you afford to laugh at Fred, Vic?
I don't laugh where the lodge is concerned.
Well, I mean, under the circumstances.
But let me tell you what the halfwit said over the telephone.
You did tell me.
Rather, Dixon thought it caused a good deal of
I don't
talk.
think you need to be worried about Fred's actually trying to join the lodge.
Sadie, another Dixon fellow...
Because as soon as he realizes all the formality he has to go through, applications and votings and studyings and memorizing stuff and all that, he'll lose interest. I know he'll lose interest.
Sadie, another Dixon fellow...
And there's the money part. When he finds out what the initiation fee is, he'll stop right now. And he was telling Ruthie the other day, one thing he positively refused to do was wear a funny suit.
Funny suit?
Lodge regalia.
Oh, he told Ruthie that, did he?
Yeah.
Another Dixon fellow said
he said he'd be willing to devote one evening a week to sitting around the club room and playing a game of checkers and maybe munching on salted peanuts. But he wouldn't be interested in putting on robes and bothering with any tiresome ceremonies. And so, you see, he's not really interested in the lodge.
Sadie, another...
Don't give beans for the lodge.
Sadie, another...
Why should you get upset? Can't you just forget it?
Sadie,
we'll go along just as we have been. Isn't that better? Sure, it's better.
Sadie.
Yes? Yes, Uncle Fletcher? What is it?
I believe I'll go home.
Now to Duffy's Tavern, starring Archie himself, Ed Gardner.
Hello, Duffy's Tavern. Where do you late meet the Archie the manager speaking. Duffy ain't here. Oh, hello, Duffy. Huh? A pink elephant just walked into the room? Duffy, you better take another look. Yeah, that's what I thought. Just Mrs. Duffy in a nightgown. I'm busy now. I'm going over the books for 1945. Yeah, I'll call you back. Now, let me see here. The black ink is the liabilities, and the red ink is the assets.
What you doing there, Miss Archer?
Don't bother me now, Eddie. Now, let's see. First, we take the overhead. We can raise that up. Now, that'll make room for the fiscal. Let's see, that's $23,840. Now, next we take cash on hand, 85 cents. Let's see, that's a difference of, let me see. You push the 85 into the 23. Thank you, Eddie. That gives us 623. Now, carry the 3. That's 2436. Scratch out the 6 and carry the 3. That's 7623. Carry the 3. That 3 is a pest. That gives us 6 decimal point 843,000. Eddie, I think there's a shortage.
Did you shove over all them zippers?
Every one of them. Holy cat, if these figures don't come out even, I'm really going to be in a hole.
Hello down there.
I can't account for such a big loss. I think I better go over the figures again.
Well, you got $2 million. Want to try for 4? Man, what a bookkeeper.
What a bookkeeper. What do you mean? What are you talking about? I've been doing this stuff for years. Perhaps you forget that I was only the head bookkeeper of the oyster division of the Fulton Fish Market.
I beg your pardon.
Of course. And the owner of the fish market, Sir Isaac Fulton himself, he used to think I was a genius. He'd look over the books and say, Archie, you've got the greatest fish head I ever seen. Boy, was I fast at figures. Like crazy lightning, Eddie.
Yeah, but did you get the right answer?
Well, you got to sacrifice something for speed. You know, maybe that's what it is. Maybe my mind is working too fast for my pencil. I think I better go over these figures again, just in my head.
Well, that gives you a nice, spacious working quarter.
Yes. Now, let me see here. 85 cents into 23840. Now, we take the zero. Hard. That makes it double zero. Now, we kill the hypotenuse.
Say, Art, you're ignoring me.
Oh,
I just come in to tell you that I got a job delivering orders for Colucci, the fruit peddler.
You got a job working for Colucci?
Only temporary, Arch. His horse is laid up.
Glad to hear you're working. Maybe you can pay us some of the dough you owe us.
Okay, Arch. To what extent am I delinquent?
You are extinct to the delinquency of 45 cents.
For what?
For 6 dinners. And 12 cocktails.
Oh, but that don't come to 45 cents.
You forget the carrying charges.
Oh, no, you don't, Arch. I walked out of here.
Then again, carrying charges is bookkeeping. Now, tell me, how much is Colucci paying you per diem?
Per diem?
Yeah, per week.
Oh. Let me... Oh, he pays me a quarter.
Colucci is paying you a quarter a week?
Yeah, but it ain't as good as it sounds, Arch. I got to work 14 hours a day.
But Finnegan, the guy is jipping you. I bet you he paid the horse more than that.
Yeah, but Arch, I'm just starting. I can't compare myself to a horse with 5 years' experience. Besides, you know, there's a chance for a steady job.
How do you mean?
Well, you know, that horse ain't getting no younger. Say, by the way, what time is it?
It's 10 after 5.
Oh, boy, I better get back to work quick.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the rush?
Well, the horse only takes 10 minutes for dinner, and I don't want Colucci to think I'm expecting favors just because I'm a human being. So long, Arch.
Now, let's see here. Got to figure how much money is owed to us. Oh, yeah, here it is. Accounts payable. Bunchwager, the butcher, owes us 80 cents. Chin Lee, the French dry cleaner. 20 yen. Here we are. Cavendish, the undertaker. You think he'd pay his bills after all the business he's got out of this joint, huh?
Yeah. It would just serve him right if we improved our food.
Here's another one. Joe Hennessy. Dinner for 2, 35 cents. He can afford to pay. I'm going to give that guy a ring. Hello? Oh, hello, Mrs. Hennessy. Look, I've just been going over our books, and according to our records, your husband brought you in here for dinner last Tuesday, and he didn't... That wasn't you he brought in. Ain't you a tall blonde with a red hat? Oh. Well, when he gets out of the hospital, tell him to drop in and see him.
Hey, what a diplomat you are.
Huh?
What a diplomat you are.
Well, Hetty, how was I supposed to know the dame wasn't his wife? They was fighting all through dinner. Now, let's see. I think everybody on this block must owe us money. Look at here. Spaganucci, $1.20. Kakalaski, 65 cents. Damianovich, Goldberg, Giannini, Marchneller, Epstein, Jones. Jones? What's this neighborhood coming to? Hello? Oh, hold the line. Miss Duffy, you want it on the phone.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Hello? Oh, hello, Clarence. Yes, this is your gorgeous, beautiful doll.
Has he got the wrong number?
What? Oh, Clarence. But, Clarence, that isn't fair to Lana Turner.
This guy must have a snootful.
What am I doing tonight? Well, I have a date, but... Huh? Either I go out with you or you'll kill yourself?
He'd be much better off.
Hello, Clarence? What? You think I'm what? Oh, Clarence, that's very flattering, but after all, you only saw me that one night.
That explains that, but I ain't never seen her in the daylight.
Huh? Okay, Clarence, I'll see you at the Bijou at 8 o'clock. Will you, be in uniform? Okay, darling.
Just a second. Ain't this Clarence, the usher at the Bijou?
Yeah.
I thought so. In uniform. Ain't he the one up in the second balcony?
I'll have you know that he is now on the main floor.
Oh. They probably grounded him on account of his eyesight. Now, look, Miss Duffy, will you take your mind off guys? I'm having trouble with these books, and we got to straighten them out. Now, will you please explain your filing system to me?
Yes, it's very simple. I keep all the paid bills under P and the unpaid bills under U. It's what they call the PU system.
Yes, it certainly does. And by the way, there's a couple of paid bills here, okayed by you, that I don't understand how they got in there.
What do you mean?
This item here. Armed Forces Transportation, $5. How come?
Well, you don't expect me to come home from the Navy Yard at 3 o'clock in the morning in the subway, do you?
Oh. Miss Duffy, how am I going to explain this item to your father?
Well, Archie, you know, sometimes figures can stand a little padding.
You ought to know. Now, beat it, will you? Pad the figures. What an idea. What an idea. Hey, maybe there's some madness in our method.
Archie?
Oh, hello, Mr. Miller. Hey, maybe you could help me. Do you know how to keep books?
Oh, sure. Don't lend them to anybody.
how can I juggle these figures? I can change the 0 to a digit. Turn the 6 upside down to look like a 9. And I can plug up the holes in these 3s so they look like 8s.
Oh, if I had the wings of an...
Wait a minute, Eddie. Don't be such a wise guy. The figures are right here in the books in black and white.
Black and white, huh? You better get used to them colors. You may be wearing them.
How could we fake these figures so they could come out honest? I got it. We'll take an inventory.
Inventory?
Why not?
Mr. Archer, you could list our complete stock on the back of a nickel without crowding the buffalo.
Never mind the comments. You just help me take the inventory. Now, you call off the items, and I'll jack them up. Put them down. Now, first, open that box there and give me the count on the silverware.
Silverware? Let's see now. Teaspoons, 6. Tablespoons, 6. Soup spoons, 6. Dessert spoons, 6. Total number of spoons, 6.
Okay, I'll put it down. Spoons, 16 dozen. Now, the next item, Eddie, the dishes. How many finger bowls are there?
The finger bowl? Just them same 2 down there.
Right. 6 brass finger bowls. Now, next, china.
Oh, ain't they having enough trouble?
I'm talking about the chinaware, Eddie. Now, cups and saucers.
Okay. 4 china coffee cups, slightly chipped on the outside. 6 cups chipped inside. 4 cups, no handles. 8 handles, no cups.
China set incomplete. Only 116 pieces. Now, next the plates. How many pieces?
Just a second, I'll count them. 4, 8, 12, 16...
Plates. 2,000 pieces. Now, what else have we got? Yes, the canned goods. Let's count the canned goods.
Including or excluding Mr. Moriarty?
Don't be so whimsical. I'm talking about the canned goods that will still be canned goods in the morning.
That's still Mr. Moriarty.
Look, I got to get this thing finished. Now, would you mind to please just count the cans?
Okay. Let's see. 1 can of tuna fish.
2 tuna.
2 pea soup.
Split.
No, just leaking a little. Here's 3 tomato.
That's 6 tomato.
4 mock turtle.
Real or imitation?
I can't tell. The label is covered up by the condemned stamp. That's all on this shelf.
Wait a minute. What about that rusty can over there?
Where? Oh, yeah. Let's see.
What does it say?
With women who know their soups best, it's Camels 2 to 1. Signed, Betsy Ross.
Just a second, Eddie. It can't be that old.
Oh, no? Take a look. That NRA eagle ain't no squab.
Okay, I'll put it down. 2 cans of vintage soup. Now, what's that jar on the next shelf there?
What jar? Oh, that's some pickled pig's feet that Duffy himself put up.
Duffy put up? Okay. 1 jar of pickled pig's feet untouched by human hands. Now, leave us take the free lunch next, Eddie.
All right. Let's see. 6 salami sandwiches, 6 liverwurst, and 2 indifferent.
What do you mean indifferent?
After they get past a certain age, it's hard to tell.
Okay, we'll call them chicken salad. 40 chicken salad sandwiches. Hello? Oh, hello, Duffy. Huh? Is who here? The accountant you sent down to look over the books. But Duffy, you can't. But Duffy. Huh? Okay, then let him come. I ain't got nothing to hide. Quick, Eddie, where are we going to hide these books?
I don't know where you go hide them.
Young man, I would like to talk to you. I am Mr. Schmidlaff, the CPA.
Oh. Oh, the accountant. Oh, yes, yeah. We've been looking forward to your acquaintanceship. Hey, Eddie, the accountant just got here.
Ah, speak of the debit.
Well, glad to see you, Schmidlap, old boy. Have a cigarette?
Never touch them.
Bite to eat?
No, thanks.
Have a drink?
No, thanks.
Well, look, I got a couple of phone numbers.
No, thank you.
Schmidlap, would you mind breathing into that mirror? I just want to see if you're alive.
My dear young friend, I happen to be a quiet, simple, happily married man with 2 little children.
2 little Schmidlaps. Well, what an occasion this is. Eddie, Mr. Schmidlap here says he just had twins. Schmid, to this we got to drink a toast.
But I didn't say anything of the kind, and I don't drink. It goes to my head.
But, Schmid, you got to on an occasion like this. What will your answer be if someday them sweet, innocent, little blue-eyed, curly-haired cherubs come to you and say, Daddy, is it true that you refuse to drink a toast with us to Archie?
Well, okay, but just one.
Atta, boy. Here you are. To the 2 little Schmidlaps. Bottoms up.
Bottoms up.
You stepped on that last bottom.
Gee, this stuff isn't so bad at that.
No, it's pretty good. Here, have another one.
No.
Down the hatch. For he's a jolly good Schmidlap. For he's a jolly good Schmidlap. For he's a jolly good Schmidlap, which nobody can deny. You know, Schmidlap, by the way, what's your first name?
Bartholomew.
You know, Schmidlap, I used to be an accountant myself.
Oh, is that so? Certified?
Nope, past your eyes.
You know, this is the first fun I've had in years.
Yeah, huh? Look, Schmid, come here. I got a little redhead over here on 18th Street, and, well, you're an accountant. You know what a round figure is.
Of course.
Well, this one is for you. And I know she's crazy about bookkeepers, so what'll she do for an SPCA like you?
Now, wait. No, I can't do it. I've got to keep this. I've got to keep the beast in me under control. After all, I'm a married man. Now, where are those books?
Right here, Schmidlap. Go ahead, examine them. Go on, get over there in the corner and examine them.
Ain't you leading with your chin there, Mr. Archie?
Yep, Eddie, just like a boxer leads with his chin to find out the other guy's weakness. This guy's weakness we find out his dame's. Ergo, so we frame him with a dame that is not his wife.
Well, suppose he gets wise.
Gets wise? What are you talking? This guy is so square he blocks his own hats. Now, let me see. What dame could I get to help us out? Well, if it ain't Seabiscuit. What are you doing here? I thought you was out pulling Colucci's fruit wagon.
Yeah, but I couldn't take it, Arch.
What do you mean you couldn't take it?
Well, pulling the wagon uphill was all right, but going downhill, it scraped all the skin off of me withers.
Well, I'm glad you came back. I got a little job here that you can help me with, Finnegan.
Oh, swell. Anything human?
Yeah, but I'll give you a whack at it anyway. Now, come here. I'll tell you what I want you to do. Hey, Eddie, watch the joint in case a customer comes in, will you?
Okay, Dreamer. Frame a man with a wife and 2 children?
Well, he's got me on the spot with them books, ain't he? It's the law of the jungle, Eddie. An eye for an eye and a dog for a dog. Now, you keep out of this. Hey, Finnegan. Come here. Now, you remember what I told you. You remember when you're supposed to jump in, don't you?
All right. As soon as you say giddy up.
Right. Now, just stand by. Hey, Miss Duffy, come here.
What is it now?
Miss Duffy, you see that distinguished-looking gentleman over there with the high glasses working on the books?
Yeah?
He just told me he goes for you. And you know who he is?
Who?
Only Bartholomew Schmidlapp. The wealthy bachelor and playboy. Throws money around like a Confederate sailor. Boy, what a spender. You see that fountain pen he's writing with? That's a lifetime fountain pen. This guy will use it once and throw it away.
Oh, he's beginning to sound interesting. But, Archie, if he's so crazy about me, why did he ignore me when he came in?
Well, he told me about that. He's got what they call a phobia. You know, a female phobia. It seems that when he was a baby, he had a very ugly nurse, you see, who was cruel to him, so now he gets shy in the presence of ugly women.
Oh, well, that's different.
Yeah.
But I can't very well chase after him.
What's the matter? Did you suddenly develop a Charlie horse? Look, if you want a wealthy bachelor like that, you've got to go after him a little.
Well, how do you think I ought to approach him?
How to approach him? I don't know. You might tell him you want to write his life story for the Hobo News. Look, what's the use of me telling you how to attack the guy? You'll figure out something. I'll be right with you. Hey, Bartholomew.
Yes?
Yeah, no, I told you I had a cute little doll lined up here.
And I told you I wasn't interested.
But, Schmidt, take a look at her over there. Look at that construction. Plenty to go around, ain't there? Ever seen anything like it before?
No, has anybody?
A fair question. But where do you meet her? Hey, Toots, come here. Mr. Schmidlapp, shake hands with Toots. Here, Toots, put your arm around Mr. Schmidlapp.
By all means. Gee, you're cute.
Now, look, young lady, I'm busy with these books, and I don't want to be bothered.
Gee, he is shy, ain't he?
Yeah, I told you. You'll have to be the offensive one.
Well, that's no trouble at all. Come here, cutie, while I give you a little kiss.
Now, just a second.
Oh, come on.
Atta girl, Toots. Okay, I got him by the arm.
Let me at him.
Help!
Wait a minute, Miss Duffy. You don't have to go berserk. The idea is to take him alive.
Shut up.
Help!
Giddy up.
Help!
Giddy up.
Unhand that woman, Bartholomew Schmidlapp, you fiend!
Holy cat. Her husband.
So, this is what happens behind me back when I'm out working like a horse.
Wait a minute, killer. Don't reach for that knife. We ain't wiped up the blood from the last guy you killed.
So I'll slit this homewrecker's ears from throat to throat. So monopolize him. How deep?
Look out. Look out, Schmidlapp, before he jumps for your throat.
I'm going out to get my gun. I'll pump this white stealer so full of bullets, he'll never be able to get the lead out. Let me out of here.
Oh, boy. Are you in trouble, Bartholomew? But it's your own fault, you know. I told you not to make no passes at the dame. Boy, when your wife finds out what this guy shot you for, I'd hate to be in your spot. But if you could arrange not to mention anything about the books being short...
Armed Forces Radio Service.
It's new. It's amazing. It's Prell. P-R-E-L-L. Procter & Gamble's new Radiant Cream Shampoo in the handy tube. Prell brings you The Life of Riley. Prell, the shampoo that removes unsightly dandruff in as little as 3 minutes and leaves hair radiantly clean, radiantly lovely, presents The Life of Riley, with William Bendix as Riley. According to Chester A. Riley, there are two sides to every question, his side and the wrong side. At the moment, he's getting an earful of what he considers the wrong side as we find the Riley clan gathered around the radio listening to an interesting point of view.
And so I say to you, women of America, the decision rests with us. Where shall we go?
Turn that off, will you, Junior?
Riley, shall we continue as veritable slaves? Or shall we strike out for female independence and throw off the man-made ties of our bondage? Where shall we go?
Oh, I can't take any more of this.
Oh, Riley, now please leave that radio on. She makes sense.
How can you say that? Did I ever tie you up with a bandage?
She said bondage, Daddy.
Bondage? One of them Harvard girls.
Oh, turn it on, Judy.
No,
shame on.
Oh.
And so I repeat, we women must decide our fate. We stand at the crossroads. One road leads to complete equality with man. The other road leads to complete domination by man. Where shall we go?
That voice is giving me cauliflower ears. I'm turning it off.
Oh, Daddy.
Instead of shooting her mouth off on the radio, a dame like that ought to be home taking care of her kids.
Well, it so happens she has no kids. She's not married.
That's no excuse. I mean, she's got no business yapping on the radio, steaming up all the wives. I say let sleeping dogs lie.
Oh, you're impossible. Turn it on.
Go.
And so again I ask, where shall we go? Where shall we go?
Another minute and I'll tell her.
Never forget, women of America, you were born to be equal of man. Yet what are you today? Especially you married women. You are mere household drudges. You wear a ring on your finger as a badge of servitude. The day will come when you'll throw off the yoke of oppression and...
I'm having that radio taken out. Women, the equal of man. That woman ought to be investigated by Congress.
Oh, Riley, she's entitled to her opinion.
Well, she's got no right spreading propaganda about women being equal to men.
But, Daddy, they are equal.
Who says so?
The Constitution.
The Constitution, it does not. I got a copy of the Constitution right here in my wallet. You see? Here. Show me where it says one word about women.
Oh, that's the Constitution of your lodge. I mean the United States Constitution that gives equal rights to women.
Oh, that Constitution.
Oh, you men make me laugh. You all think you're so superior. But the day will come when women will really be independent.
Not the married ones. A married wife has got to do what the husband says.
Why?
Why? Because when a what was the question?
You can't answer it, Daddy.
Is that so? Look, I got nothing against women personally. After all, I married one, didn't I? But it just ain't their nature to be equal with men.
That's what you say.
I'll prove it to you, Peg. You take you and me. Let's compare. Let's take character. You mean to tell me your character is better than... take personality. Would you say you got more personality? Take brains. Have you got more brains than... I don't care what the Constitution says. Women just ain't equal to men, and they never will be.
Hey there, Riley.
Oh, hello, Gillis.
Taking a snootful of the air?
Yeah, there's nothing like air when you feel like breathing.
Say, I thought you was coming over to the house last night. My kid Eggbite was out, so I got a chance at his new electric trains. Boy, did I have a swell wreck.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry I missed it. I was coming over, but me and the wife got to discussing a conversation.
Oh, had a fight, huh?
Oh, no, nothing like that. We were just talking about whether women and men are equal. And you know what I told her?
How should I know? I ain't the kind of a sneak that listens in on his next-door neighbor.
Yeah, well, I told her off plenty.
Yeah, I bet she got sore. Especially when you showed her the constitution of your lodge.
Gillis, you heard.
Boy, when these things get started with that equal rights bunk, anything can happen.
Oh, what can happen?
Plenty. They start walking all over you. I know. It happened with my wife. Just like that. One morning I says, "Where's my breakfast?" She says, "Make your own breakfast." That night I come home, I says, "Why didn't you make my bed?" She says, "Make your own bed." But I fixed her. Comes payday, she says, "Where's the money?" I says, "Make your own money."
Your wife likes you for the money, huh?
Yeah, I got a fiscal attraction for her. Hey, all right, so I ain't no Fred Allen.
Well, my Peg is different. She don't take this stuff serious.
Don't kid yourself. Some type women, once they get that independence bug, there's no stopping them. First thing you know, they're the boss.
Oh, my Peg wouldn't try that.
Oh, she wouldn't, huh?
No.
You'll find out. The minute you admit she's your equal, you're sunk. She'll be telling you what to wear, what to eat, where to go, who to see, what to say, what to think.
That'd be horrible. Only a cruel monster would treat another human being that way.
You bet. That's why we got to do it to them before they do it to us. Take a tip from me, Riley. Nip it in the bud.
Oh, that's easy to say, but...
It's a cinch. Anytime the missus tells you to do something, she's being independent, right?
Right.
So do the opposite.
No matter what?
No matter what. Don't let her push you around.
You think it'll work?
It can't fail. I swear it. Absolutely guaranteed. I take oath.
Well, maybe you're right. I'll try it. Just to play safe. Yes, sir, I think you're right, Gillis. I'll see you later.
So long, Riley.
Yeah, I'll let you know how I make out.
Oh, that ain't necessary. Just leave your window open. I wish him luck. If it works with him, I'm going to try it on my ball and chain.
Oh, that's you, Riley?
Yeah? Supper ready, Peg?
Just about. Sit down.
Are you telling me to sit down?
Yes, I said sit down.
In that case, I'll stand.
What do you mean you'll stand?
I said I'll stand.
Well, all right, then, stand.
In that case, I'll sit down.
What's the matter with you anyway? Why are you acting like this? You're not crazy.
Who ain't crazy? Excuse me. Hey, Gillis, come on out. I want to talk to you.
Mother, where are you? Get here, Babs. Mother, have you got my... Oh, what are you looking for?
Oh, my wedding ring. Did you see it anywhere?
I know.
Oh, I think I lost it.
Oh, when did you have it last?
I don't remember exactly, but I think I had it last night. I may have taken it off when I did the dishes last night. Oh, I hope it isn't lost. Your father will be furious.
No, I don't see why. It's time he bought you a new one. It was such an ugly old thing. It's all black.
Well, yes, I know, but we better not tell your father it's missing. Not until I'm sure it's lost. He feels very strongly about that ring.
My goodness, I never thought Daddy'd be so sentimental about a wedding ring.
No, it's not that. You see, it's the only thing he ever won, throwing darts at Coney Island. Well, you better keep mum about this, at least till he gets over this weird mood he's in.
Yes, I noticed he acted very strange last night. What's the matter with him anyway?
No, I gave up trying to figure out your father long ago.
I guess when you're married a long time.
Mom, Pop says he wants you to bring him a pipe cleaner right away.
Oh, he does he? Well, tell him he can come and get it himself.
Is that so, Peg? Peg, I resent your attitude.
Riley, what are you up to anyway?
I'm asking you for a pipe cleaner.
Well, why bother me? It's your pipe. If you haven't got pipe cleaners, go out and buy some.
Peg, I don't like the way you're ordering me around. I order you to buy me a pipe cleaner.
Now, look here, Riley, what on... Oh, all right, I don't want to quarrel over his silly pipe cleaner. Babs and I are going shopping. I'll buy you some. Well, give me some money.
Make your own money.
Well, this is ridiculous. Come on, Babs, let's go.
Okay, I'm ready.
Peg, wait.
I'll talk to you when you come to your senses.
Now, oh, women sure are a problem, son.
Oh, Mom's no problem. But my girl, Marilyn, boy, can she tear down a fella's morale.
Yeah, sometimes I think this world would be a lot better off if there were no women in it. Only men and children.
They sure are a pain in the neck sometimes. I want to go to the basketball game tonight, but she wanted to go to the movies. Yeah, I hope it's a good picture.
You're going to the Junior, I'm disappointed in you.
What can I do?
Do what I'm doing. Be a man. Win the woman's respect. I love your mother, but I don't take orders from her, even if she did fall for this baloney on the radio about women being equal to men.
Why can't they be?
Oh, you got a lot to learn, son. It's impossible, that's why. For instance, how can a woman be my mental equal if she's a woman? Now, you and me, that's different. I'm your mental equal.
Well, you think Mom took this woman on the radio seriously?
I know she did. That's why I got to stop it. That crackpot on the radio said a lot of dangerous stuff. You heard about women being household dredges, all that stuff about the wedding ring.
Oh, yeah. Say, Pa, maybe that's why she... Oh, no, it can't be. Oh, Mom wouldn't do that.
Do what? Right.
Well, did you see Mom's left hand before?
Yeah, what about it?
Well, didn't you notice something is missing?
Let me think. No, she had 5 fingers on it.
No, I mean her wedding ring.
Her ring, that's right. Now I remember. She's not wearing her wedding ring. Her finger was stark naked. Oh, Junior, she's really going ahead with that independent stuff. Oh, you poor boy.
What's it got to do with me?
Oh, you don't understand, son. Don't you see what it means? She took off her wedding ring. Your mother is a single woman.
We'll hear the second act of The Life of Riley in a moment.
Say, Ken, both men and women are wild about Prell, Procter & Gamble's new Radiant Cream Shampoo in a handy tube.
Of course, Prell's popular for 2 reasons.
First, women like Prell because Prell leaves hair far more radiant than old-fashioned soap or soap shampoos.
Second, men go for Prell because Prell removes unsightly dandruff in as little as 3 minutes. Examinations by a group of doctors proved it. In case after case, even stubborn dandruff was controlled by only 2 shampoos a week.
And everybody likes that handy Prell tube. No messy jars, no slippery bottles.
A little makes thousands of lather. So, for hair radiantly clean, radiantly lovely, you'll sing about
P-R-E-L-L Prell Shampoo. Leaves hair radiant, gleaming bright. Not a bit of dandruff is in sight. Comes in a tube, handy too. P-R-E-L-L Prell Shampoo.
Buy Prell Shampoo. And now back to The Life of Riley with William Bendix as Riley.
Pop, I really think you're taking this too seriously. Just forget it.
It is serious, son. If a woman don't want to wear her wedding ring after 17 years of married life, then the honeymoon is over.
Why don't you talk it over with Mom? Ask her to wear the ring again.
No, Junior. It's no use forcing a woman. I forced her to marry me against her better judgment, and look at the mess I'm in. Son, I guess you and me was born to be kicked around by females of the opposition sex.
Not me, Pop.
You too. Didn't Marilyn force you to go to the movies last night?
No, we went to the basketball game. I put my foot down. When they get independent, you've got to be independent, too.
Independent, huh? Well, Junior, I'm taking a crack at that. I'll be just as independent as your mother is.
Well, don't overdo it, Pop.
No, I'll go my own way from now on. Starting tonight, I was going to take her to the movies. Instead, I'll go to the lodge. Right now. Where's my clean shirt?
Boy, in the drawer here. Oh, it's clean, but it's all wrinkled.
Yeah, I can't wear it like that. Here, go ask your mother to iron it for me.
Pop, I thought you were going to be independent.
Well, what do you want me to do, iron it myself?
Well, sure, iron it yourself.
This ain't going to be as easy as I thought. All right, where's the iron?
In the kitchen here. Why, look, everything's all set up. I guess Mom was going to do some ironing.
Yeah, well, she won't have to do mine. Plug in the iron.
It is in.
Boy, when she sees I can get along by myself, she'll beg me to stop ironing. She'll grab the iron out of my hand and she'll say, darling, I was wrong. This is my word. Let me be your slave again. And I'll let her. I can be big. Well, where's that shirt? You think the iron is hot enough, Junior?
We'll test it to see if it sizzles.
No!
Pop, not with your tongue.
Yeah, well, it's hot enough. Now, let's see. Shall I start with the collar and work down to the tail? Or... Oh, what the heck with the tail? Nobody sees it anyway.
Daddy, Mother wants to know if you... Daddy, what are you... Mother, come here, quick!
Well, what's the matter, Bev? Is there any... Riley, are you ironing your own shirt? Have you gone mad?
Yes, and nobody's going to stop me. I like ironing. I'm going to do a lot of ironing from now on. So what do you think of that?
Well, that's fine, dear. And when you get through ironing your shirt, you can start on my nightgown.
What a revolting development this is. Must be something wrong with my psychology. Peg goes to the movies and I'm stuck here ironing nightgowns. If any of my friends saw me, I'd die.
Can I be of any assistance?
Who's that?
It is I, Digby Odell, the friendly undertaker. Greetings, Riley. You're looking fine. Very natural.
Hello, Digger.
I like that apron you're wearing. It does something for you. But why this sudden domesticity?
Well, it's a long story, Digger. You see, Peg was listening to the radio.
I adore the radio. My favorite pastime. Every week I listen to, if you'll excuse the expression, life can be beautiful.
Yeah, well, Peg tuned in some crank talking about women being equal to men. Can you imagine?
Oh, but they are equal. In my profession, I make no distinction among the men and women I meet. I put everybody on the same level.
Well, I'm sorry, Digger, but I don't go along with you.
Someday you will, believe me.
Yeah, well, now Peg's going too far. She even refuses to wear her wedding ring anymore. And she can't get away with it. I'm going to...
Fool yourself, man.
Well...
Otherwise, someday you'll wind up like my friends, Matt and Pat.
What happened to them?
I once wrote a poem about them. I quote, Matt sued Pat, but in court didn't win it. So they dueled with guns, though I warned them again it. Don't shoot, cried Digger as they each pulled the trigger. Now the case is closed, and both men are in it.
Well, I don't know what to do. My brain feels like it fell into a mixmaster.
Riley, you must fight to preserve the sanctity of your marriage. You must woo your dear spouse all over again, as you once did when you were courting her.
Yeah, but the park benches are wet this time of the year.
Romance her. Send her flowers.
You're right, Digger. I'm going to stop treating her like my wife. I'm going to treat her like she's someone I love.
Bully for you. Take her in your arms and tenderly whisper your love. Ah, my darling, I will devote my life to making you happy. I will work. I will slave. I will dig ditches. Oops, that reminds me, I have an appointment. Cheerio. I'd better be shoveling off.
Meg, is that you?
Riley, why are you sitting here in the dark?
Oh, my angel. I'm so glad you came. I was counting the minutes till you got here. My precious.
Precious? Riley, this is me, remember? Your wife?
Don't remind me. Tonight, let's just be a boy and a girl.
What?
Come here. Sit down beside me on this couch.
Well, all right. Oh, wait, let me put the light on.
No, don't. Let's just sit here in the dark.
What's the matter with you? Why do you want to sit in the dark?
Silly, innocent girl. You know why?
Riley, did they cut off our electricity again?
No. I just want to sit here in the dark with you like we used to.
Oh, now, no.
Don't
Riley.
talk. Just sit down. Yeah, that's better. You remember that night I proposed to you? I put my arm around you like this, and I whispered in your ear, "Sweetheart."
Hey, what's going on in here?
Jesus, it's your father.
It's Junior.
Oh, hiya, parents. What are you sitting in the dark for?
Put out that light!
Oh, stop it, Riley.
Mom, I'm hungry.
Well, I'll make you a sandwich.
Now,
dear.
you sit here. Get it yourself, Junior.
Okay.
Look, Riley, I've got some chores that I really...
Don't talk. Just sit here, beloved.
Oh, all right.
Wait, I'll put out the light. Yeah, that's better. That's the way it was that night when I asked you to be my wife. Remember what I said? I held you close like this.
Oh,
and then I whispered, "Sweetheart."
Oh, hello. What are you just sitting in the dark for?
Put out that light! Fine house, a man can't even make love to his future wife without their kids butting in.
You're what, Daddy?
But answer the door.
Oh, I'll get it.
Look, Riley, I burnt the soup kettle at dinner, and I've got to scrub it. Excuse me,
Well,
please.
that's just dandy. You'd rather go and scrub that old soup kettle than sit here on the couch with me. What's that old pot got that I haven't got?
Oh, what's gotten into you?
Mother, look, this box just came for you.
Huh? For me?
Yes, the delivery boy brought it.
Hey, what's in that box?
Well, I don't know. Why,
It looks like a
Never
box.
mind what it looks like. Let her find out for herself.
Why, it's flowers. Roses.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Oh, I wonder who sent them.
But why don't you read the card there?
Oh, yes. From somebody who loves you. I wonder who sent them.
Well, Peg, try to think of somebody who loves you.
Somebody who... Oh, Junior, you little angel.
It wasn't Junior. It was an older angel. I sent them.
You?
Yes. Here's the bill, $6.
Oh, Riley. You're a sweet darling to send me. Riley, what have you been up to?
Well, that's a fine thing to say.
Now, look, whatever you've done, I promise I won't be angry. You confess, and I'll overlook it.
You'll overlook it. That settles it. We're going to have a showdown once and for all. Peg, I'm absolutely shocked and amazed that you're at it. Kindly stop smelling them flowers while I'm talking.
All right, dear. What were you saying?
How could you act this way? After the kind of a husband I've been to you. When Babs was going to be born and you were afraid to go to the hospital, didn't I offer to go in your place? I mean, I would have gone if I'd have been a woman. I mean...
Do you know what you're talking about?
You bet I do. I mean what I say. I ain't like a wife. They talk fancy, but it don't mean nothing. Don't think I forgot what you said when we got engaged. The fires of our love will always burn brightly, you said. Now look what I got. Twinkers.
Well, I haven't the faintest idea what you're babbling
Oh,
about.
I'll tell you what I'm babbling about. Look at your finger, the fourth finger, left hand. Some finger, nothing but skin.
Oh, my wedding ring. Oh, so that's it.
Yeah, go ahead. That's right. Laugh at the stank of your marriage. When you took off that wedding
Oh, but Riley, I didn't take it off. I lost it.
Yeah, likely story.
I tell you, I lost it.
People don't lose wedding rings unless they want to.
Now, I distinctly remember taking it off to wash the dishes yesterday and leaving it on the sink. Maybe it fell in the garbage. Riley, didn't you put the garbage out yesterday?
That's it. You take off your ring and now you're ashamed to admit it, so you're putting the blame on me. I didn't go near that sink yesterday except to fix that leaky faucet, and I remember every move I made. I got a wrench from the toolbox and I couldn't find any new washers there, so I picked up an old black washer that was lying on the sink. Okay, let's forget about the whole thing.
Chester Riley, that old black washer was my wedding ring. You used my wedding ring to fix that leaky faucet.
I did? Oh, Dumpin', there goes our marriage. Right down the drain.
The Rileys will be back in just a moment. A shampoo sensation from coast to coast. That's Prell, Procter & Gamble's Radiant Cream Shampoo in the handy tube. Miss Dorothy Haynes of Cleveland Heights, Ohio says,
One Prell shampoo, and I was thrilled with the results. Dull soap film vanished, and my hair glistened with radiance. It looks clean, feels clean, and it's so easy to manage.
and so it goes across the nation. See for yourself how quickly Prell removes unglamorous dandruff. Leaves hair glowing with radiance. Buy, try.
P-R-E-L-L, Prell shampoo. Leaves hair radiant, gleaming bright. Not a bit of dandruff is in sight. Comes in a tube, handy too. P-R-E-L-L, Prell shampoo.
Oh, Riley.
Yeah, I should have known better. I should have known you wouldn't fall for that equality of the sexes baloney. After all, you're smart. You realize that man has got to be the king in his castle.
That's right, dear.
Yeah, a woman's got her place in the home, and man has got his place. And if anybody's going to be independent, it's got to be the man.
That's right, dear.
Now, what else do you want me to iron?
Procter & Gamble invites you to join us again next week to hear The Life of Riley with William Bendix as Riley and our very special visitor, Ralph Edwards, who will give Riley an hilarious headache. Don't miss it. Tonight's script is by Alan Lipscott and Reuben Schiff. Mrs. Riley is Paula Winslow. Digger Odell is John Brown. The Life of Riley is produced and directed by Irving Brecker.
Was the Duchess' daughter. Her finery looked just so. She washed them all as you want her, with wonderful ivory snow.
Ah, wonderful ivory snow. The soap that's so kind to your hands, you just know it's kind to sheer nylons and dainty lingerie. And your hands will tell you why Ivory Snow keeps lovely washables lovely longer. Prove it. This week, wash dishes with Ivory Snow. When you see how it pampers your hands, you'll really know it's extra kind to fine fabrics. There's no other soap like it. Ivory Snow is the only soap, both ivory mild and in granulated form. Makes suds instantly in lukewarm, even in cool water. Your hands will tell you why Ivory Snow keeps pretty lingerie and other nice things lovely longer.
Oh, wonderful ivory snow.
S-N-O-W.
This is Ken Niles reminding you that for radiantly clean, lovely hair, get the shampoo in the tube. P-R-E-L-L, Prell Shampoo. Listen again next week when Prell brings you The Life of Riley, with a surprise for Riley from that surprising Ralph Edwards. And right now, stay tuned for Ralph Edwards and Truth or Consequences. Good night.
This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.
That's our ring. Time for Lum and Abner.
And now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, the Jotham Down store is being somewhat neglected these days, as Lum and Abner are concentrating on the rabbit business. They recently acquired all the rabbits Ezra Seastrunk had, and all the available space in the store has now been converted into rabbit hutches. As we're looking on the old fellows today, Cedric is out cutting alfalfa for the rabbits, and we find Lum and Abner down at the store.
You sure now you ain't mad at me?
No, I ain't mad, Abner.
Well, you won't talk to me. Ain't said a dozen words to me all morning. Just sit there and write in that book. That's all you do.
Well, I'm trying to get up a set of books for our rabbits. I have to concentrate.
Oh, well, them rabbits can't read, Lum.
Well, it ain't for the rabbits, it's for us to read.
Oh, well, good. Read it out loud, Lum. Is it about Peter Rabbit?
This is bookkeeping books, Abner, so we know how we're doing.
Oh, well, how are we doing?
Well, I can't tell yet. I ain't done. But I don't think we're making any money so far.
Ain't, huh?
Well, of course, we're getting more rabbits every day. They're increasing.
Oh, my goodness, yes. Them shelves is getting so full, we're going to have to put them over on this side of the store, too, Lum.
Well, we've got to keep these shelves over here for merchandise, Abner. One side for rabbits and the other side for groceries and dry goods.
You look awful pretty sitting up there on them shelves, though. That was a good idea, you know, putting that chicken wire over them shelves. Saved us building a lot of pens.
Yeah, but we can't go clean out of the grocery business. Till we start selling some rabbits, we're going to need all the money we take in on groceries to feed the rabbits with.
Yeah, that patch of alfalfa we bought just about used up already.
Yeah. Only trouble I found with the rabbit business so far is what it costs to feed them.
Well, the alfalfa is a whole lot cheaper than that canned spinach that we was feeding them.
Oh, yeah.
That stuff runs into money fast. But did they love it?
Well, they clean up that alfalfa, too.
Oh, yeah. Keep Cedric busy cutting it for them and carrying it over here.
That's what I say. We've got to watch our overhead.
Got to watch what?
Our overhead. What the rabbits are eating.
They're eating alfalfa.
Well, alfalfa's overhead.
Alfalfa is hay. When it's dried out, anyway.
Well, anything could be overhead. Cedric's overhead.
Has he been eating that alfalfa? No wonder we're using so much.
No, he ain't eating the alfalfa.
He ain't eating the rabbits, is he?
He ain't eating nothing.
Cedric's on a diet?
I don't know. What I mean is...
Well, he'll starve to death, Lum.
Abner, as far as I know, he's eating 3 meals a day. I'm talking about overhead. Expense of running the business.
You're just exactly right about it, too. We can't feed Cedric and the rabbits both.
Who said anything about feeding Cedric?
Well, what in the world have we been talking about?
Just leave Cedric out of it.
Oh, taking up for him, huh? And him overhead, too.
Oh, swan to goodness, Abner. If you mention Cedric again, I'm going to whop you on. Just hash up about it.
Yeah, see there. I told you was mad and wouldn't talk to him.
I ain't mad. I'm trying to concentrate here.
Oh, no. I can tell you're still mad because I started that Lucas with Grandpappy Spears and then tried to pick a fight with you and Cedric.
I ain't no such a thing. That's all over. It was my fault anyway.
Oh, no, it wasn't, no. You were just as nice as you could be, Lum. And I wouldn't have blamed you if you'd have just beat the daylights out of me. You ought to hit me is what you ought to done. Going around here trying to fight everybody.
I told you it was my fault. I started that psychology on you, telling you could whip anybody in town. And you got to believing it yourself.
Yeah, I don't know what got into me. I sure believed it there for a while, though.
Well, here your wife was mad at you and you was too big a fraidy cat to go home. I just had to put a little confidence in you.
Well, it's still working on Elizabeth. She's just as nice as she can be. Treats me just like I'm company.
Well, good for you.
Over there at dinner yesterday, just stood right there by my chair and waited on me hand and foot.
Well, it was a good idea then.
Yeah. Of course, I never had no business jumping on Grandpapa.
Well, you just had yourself built up to where you thought you ought to be fighting all the time. It was my fault for using so much psychology on you.
Yeah, well, you just meant for me to fight Elizabeth, though. I don't blame you for being mad, Lum.
But I ain't mad, though.
I oughtn't to be bothering you working on them books there. You've got a perfect right not to talk to me if you don't feel like it.
Well, it ain't that I don't feel like it, Abner. I just can't talk and concentrate on these books, too.
Sure. I understand, Lum. Sometimes I get mad at people that way, and I stay mad at them for a whole week at a time.
I told you I ain't mad.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you are. I can tell now.
That blame it, I've told you a dozen times. I ain't mad.
Well, I've got it coming to me, the way I acted. I don't blame you one bit for not wanting to talk to me, not one little bitty bit.
All right, I'll talk to you.
Well, good.
What do you want to talk about?
Oh, I don't care. Anything.
Let's see. Hope we make some money out of these rabbits. Don't you?
Yeah.
Nice weather today.
Uh-huh.
How you feeling?
Fine.
I hope we make some money out of it. I said that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, what about you talking? I can't do it all.
Well, I ain't mad, though, Lum.
Well, I ain't neither. That's the reason I'm trying to talk to you, to prove to you I ain't.
Well, it's nice of you to try that way, Lum, but that's more likely the reason you can't talk. You're just so mad.
How many times have I got to tell you I ain't mad?
Well, you're sure sounding like you're mad.
If you say mad one more time, I'm going to get out of
there. See there. Your face is just as red as a beet. Look at you. You're shaking all over.
Get up out of that chair. I'm going to prove to you I ain't mad if I have to whip you all over this store to do it. I'm getting sick and tired.
Here, now, what's going on in here, man?
Oh. Howdy, Squire. Come in.
What are you two fellas trying to do here? Start a fight?
No,
Lum just mad at me over something.
Abner, I told... sit down, Squire.
Oh, yeah, thank you, Lum. Well, I'm just glad I happened along when I did. Why, you two fellas been tied up in a hard knot there in another minute.
Yeah, I know it. What's news, Squire?
Oh, nothing much I don't know of, Lum. Seems to be about the same old 6 and 7. How's the rabbit business?
Oh, looking good. Sure, we hope we make some money out of the rabbits.
You said that a minute ago, huh?
You keep out of this.
Oh.
Yes, sir. I believe we're in a business now we can make some money out of, Squire.
Well, I'm glad to hear it, Lum. Glad to hear it.
Started out here, we had 20 rabbits. Abner traded for them, taking them in on a debt.
Yes, I know that, yes.
Then we went the other day, went over and bought all Ezra had. We've got $321 now.
Think of plenty to talk to him about.
We'll have the rabbit business cornered in this state first thing you know. $321, huh? Let's see now. Just write that down so I won't forget it here. 321, last count. What do you figure those rabbits are worth, Lum? About $40? $40? For all of them? Well, $25 then. For goodness sakes, what's wrong with you, Squire? Don't you know nothing about rabbits at all? Well, very little, very little. That was just an estimate, Lum. Hand me that pencil there. I'll tell you what they were. Yeah, sure, here. There's 321 of them. And figure them at $5 a pair.
They're not bad. That's many of them.
That'd be 160 and a half pairs. Better figure it at $10 a pair. By the time we get the market cornered, that's what we'll be getting from. That's better than $1,600. So now, wait a minute, Lum. You're mistaken. They can't be worth that kind of money. No. Well, don't try to tell me what our rabbits is worth. You think you're talking to a couple of poor fellas. You've got another guess coming. I said they're worth $1,600, and that's just what they're worth, every nickel of it. Well, just as you say, Lum, just as you say, I'll put it down, $1,600. I don't care whether you put it down or not, but that's what they're worth. Well, I have to put it down. You see, Lum, I took a job today as a deputy tax assessor. I'm here to place a valuation on your personal property. Yes, rabbits. $1,600.
You to sit back, relax, and enjoy the story of Amos and Andy. Well, Mr. and Mrs. George Stevens have finally crashed into the upper crust of society. Today, they received an invitation to a formal party. The Kingfish is able to squeeze into his old full dress suit, but Sapphire is now in the act of demanding a new formal dress from her husband.
But George, men is different. They just wear the same full dress suit. But a woman's got to have a new dress now and then.
Yeah, well, you got an evening dress. You ain't got to have a new dress every time you turn around.
With the one I got, I don't dare turn around.
Well, how about that dress that you had once, the white one with the long train?
The chain was so off of that dress when the flower girl stepped on it that I wear it.
Well, maybe we better forget about this formal affair.
Well, I don't get out of this house much, and I wants to go. Now, what am I going to do about a formal dress? I'd like to get a new taffeta so I'll rustle when I walk in.
Well, if rustling is all you're worrying about, wear one of your old dresses and tie some paper bags underneath it.
I got one dress that I done wore everywhere, but everybody I know has done seen it.
Which one is that?
My formal dress with the low-cut back that I bought $5.
Dress with the low-cut back? Why don't you just turn it around? No, you can't.
Listen, George, I've been keeping $50 of your money that you was to use this summer on your fishing trip. Now, I'm going to take that $50 and buy me a...
Now, wait just a minute, Joe. Wait just a minute, honey. Don't spend that $50 of mine. Leave it to me, honey. I'll do something about getting you a dress.
Well, Kingfish, I'm glad to hear that you and your wife is invited to this social function.
Yes, Henry. We'll be there, all right.
You know, it's being given for Mr. Alfred Darrington, the socialite that just arrived from California.
Yes, I heard he got in town yesterday. Why is he waiting till Friday to give the party?
Well, it seems that Mr. Darrington came through on a race to throw him out.
Come by freight, huh? The birds are out.
Yes, that's right. A group of us went down to the yard to go down to the yard.
This big social event.
Oh, yes. Well, Kingfish, the whole... I
gotta get Sapphire a new formal dress.
Oh, yes. You want to put a her strapless evening gown. Has a few spots on it. But mind you, these spots is champagne and caviar.
Oh, yeah, high class. I see that strapless dress on your wife. Tell me this. How does that thing stay up on her without straps over her shoulder holding it up?
Well, around the top of the dress on the inside, there's a strip of adhesive tape that encircles her entire body.
Adhesive tape, huh?
Yes, when we return home in the evening, I always have to unhook the dress and give her a gasoline rub-down.
Sapphire said that she got to have a new formal dress, and I ain't got no money to buy one.
Well, very confidential, Kingfish. I'll tell you what my wife Clara does sometimes.
Oh, what is that?
She buys a dress on a charge account, wears it that night, and takes it back the next day.
Didn't know you could do that.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Some dresses have been worn at so many parties that the price tag is even a little frayed.
You don't tell me.
You know, the price tags is put on with them little lead washers, so you can't get them off, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And when the dress is worn, the tag must be covered with something.
Yeah, well, how in the world can a woman hide the tag?
Well, Kingfish, whenever you see a woman at the party wearing a corsage under her arm, the dress goes back.
Henry, this is a good idea you done give me. I wonder if my good friend Andy Brown has got a charge account that's in working condition. In working condition.
Come in, Kingfish, come in.
Well, hello there, Brother Andy. I've just been talking to the credit manager at the Globe Department Store about you.
I don't owe him a cent.
Yeah, well, the credit man spoke very highly of you. Said they miss you over there. He wonders why you don't take advantage of his credit system in this country.
What do you mean, what credit system? Them charge accounts don't give a man nothing but trouble.
Well, now, don't say that, Andy. Charge accounts is an important thing. They're established credit. Credit is the whole basis of economics.
Economics? What is that?
I'm surprised to see how ignorant you is, Andy. Ain't you ever heard of economics?
Well, I done hear of them, but I never seen one. What is it?
Economics, my friend, is the science of why everybody is broke. Yeah. Oh, they got a bureau down in Washington to help people on that stuff. It's called the Bureau of Supply and Demand.
Well, how do the Bureau of Supply and Demand work?
Well, these high-paid politicians down there, you see, they're paid so that when somebody builds up a supply, they can figure out some way the government can demand it. That's what that is.
Well, what has that got to do with me charging stuff at the Globe Department Store?
Oh, world trade, Andy. It keeps everybody going. All over the world, the different countries is trading on credit.
Sure enough?
Oh, yeah. The United States does it. France does it. Russia, Tasmania, Armenia, Romania, all the manias do it.
They do, huh?
Oh, yeah. And the Slavias, too. Checo and Jugo, they do it. Oh, yeah. They all trade on credit.
Well, that ain't got nothing to me. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, well, now, listen, Andy, even a little country like Bulgaria uses credit. Sure. And you don't mean to sit there and tell me that you're any better than Bulgaria.
No, but how can these big countries deal on credit?
Lend-lease.
Oh, yeah, I hear about that. What is this lend-lease?
Well, lend-lease is when some country wants us to lend them something, and the least we can do is let them have it.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Of course, lend-lease works both ways. We made a deal with Sweden, you know.
Sweden? What did we get from them?
Well, they sent us a lot of smorgasbords and other kind of lumber over here.
Tell me this, Kingfish. When countries is dealing with others, how come they charge us everything instead of paying cash?
Well, the economic world trade lend-lease of the credit structure will fall to pieces if credit ain't used. And that's why you ought to go over to the Globe Department Store and charge something.
Yeah, you're right, you know. I wonder what I could charge over there.
Well, now, let me think. Sapphire could use a new evening gown. I could charge it to your account. Now, there's a lucky break for you right there, you see.
Yeah, that's right. We could... Hey, wait a minute. I'd have to pay for that.
No, I'll tell you how it works, though. See, we'll go over there, get the dress, charge it to you. She'll wear it Friday night. We'll take it back to the store on Saturday, and that way it won't cost you nothing. We can keep the world credit system going all the time, you see.
Yeah, well, if Bulgaria can do it, I can do it. It's a deal.
Oh, that's the stuff. Oh, now everything running smooth, and I feel a lot better. I ain't worried no more.
Now, wait a minute. Tell me this, Kingfish. Why is you always in such a jam? 1 week you got to get yourself a place to live. Next week you're in trouble with the grocery man, the butcher. Next time you got to get a dress. Why is you always in a jam?
Well, one word will explain the whole thing to you, Andy. And that word is...
necessity. 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 That most unnecessary thing. Necessity. What goes a monkey wrenching necessity. My feet wanna dance in the sun. My head wants to rest in the shade. The Lord says go out and have fun. But the landlord says your rent ain't paid. Necessity. It's plain to see what a lovely old world this silly old world could be. But man, it's all in a mess. Account of necessity. Account of necessity. Account of necessity. The jail would never been there except for folks who send there. Well, how did I get in there? Necessity. Necessity.
Well, Brother Hen, I want to thank you for letting me charge this here address to your account.
Yeah, well, don't forget now that that's going back to the store for credit on Saturday morning. And be careful and tell your wife not to spill nothing on there, because that's pink, and it's going to show spots.
Yeah, well, I'll see that she eats nothing but salmon and drinks nothing but pink lemonade. So in case she dribbles, it will match, you see.
Yeah, well, if anything happens to that dress, you is going to pay $39.50.
Hey, wait a minute, Andy. That give me an idea. $39.50. Believe I'll take the dress out the box here and change the price tag a little bit so I won't think it's too cheap.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. What you going to change the $39.50 to?
Well, I'll make an 8 out of that 3. That'll make it $89.50.
Yeah, that's the stuff. The more a woman figures a dress costs, the more thrills you get out of it.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Brother Andy. I don't know it sounds silly, but that's the female styrology. Yeah. 89.50 thrill is more than a 39.50 thrill. There's a difference there, 50 thrills, you see.
Yeah, well, go ahead. Change that price.
Give me a fountain pen there.
Hey, this is a cheap pen. I don't know if the thing will work.
Yeah, well, here I go now. I'll make an 8 out of that 3. Hey, man, ain't no ink in this thing, is it?
Well, there must be ink in there. I just filled it this morning over at the bank while the policeman wasn't looking.
Is you sure you got ink in here?
You sucked the bottle dry and started gurgling for more. Maybe the ink is jammed up in
there. Well, I'll shake the thing, see if it...
Kingfish, look what you done. You got ink all over the bottom of that dress.
Oh, why didn't you tell me this was a bad pen?
The bottom of that dress is ruined. If that store don't take this dress back, you're going to pay for it. Bulgaria or no Bulgaria.
Now, you wait a minute, here. This was your pen, and the ink spots on that dress is all your fault.
All my fault?
I'm glad you agrees with me. See, I got you there.
Wait a minute, here. Wait a minute. You was the one that got the ink on that dress.
Yeah, but in the eyes of the law, I inked the dress. But it was your pen, and that automatic make you the inkee. That's what it is.
I is the inkee?
Yeah, I is the inker. Yeah, since you owned the fountain pen, you done the damage. You was guilty under the fountain pen law.
What fountain pen law?
You handed the pen to me. You committed the capillary action that caused the whole thing. You handed me the lethal instrument. Look here, still got your fingerprints on it.
Yeah, I ought to have on gloves, you know that?
Yeah, it's all your fault, too. I took it for granted that this was a perfectly illegitimate fountain pen.
I am sorry that Bulgaria ever started this thing. What is I going to do about it?
Well, you was responsible for the whole thing.
Now, listen here, Kingfish. I done took off for you. I'm going to took.
Well, say, don't you get tough with me.
I got a good notion to pop you right in the nose.
Hey, you hit me, and you're going to think a trip hammer jumped on you.
You good-for-nothing bum. You're getting me in trouble.
Don't you call me no bum, you big tramp.
That's all. Take off your coat.
All right, let's take off our coat.
And put off your too.
All right, let's go to it.
Out here, Amos. You're just in time to see a good fight.
Yeah, glad you come in time. Yeah, well, I ain't going to stop it, but I think you both ought to be ashamed of yourself. A couple of good men. Can you handle him by yourself? You don't need me.
All right, Amos, if that's the way you feel about it, let's start something. Smack me in the face once. Just smack me in the face. Just once.
Okay, Andy.
I said once.
Andy, look here. If you're going to let Amos get away with that, hit him back.
Well,
now listen, Andy, I don't want to start no fight with you.
Well, come to think about it, I don't want to fight with you neither, Amos.
Well, okay then, Andy, let's settle this thing some other way. Well, I'll get out of here and letting you two cowards alone. So long, fella.
Hi, Shorty. Hi.
Well, I'll be doggone. I didn't. That's crooked. I was. Hi, Andy.
Hey, listen, I'm supposed to meet the Kingfish here at your barber shop. We almost had a fight, but we done made up now.
The Kingfish phoned me and said he was coming over to see me. Sit down, Andy.
You know what? You sure got a lot of hair laying around on on the floor here in the barber shop.
I can't find a janitor to clean up the place. Some of that hair's been there so long it's turning gray.
Yeah, well, from the looks of that floor there, you've been pretty busy.
Yeah, the inspector from the Board of Health come in this morning and looked the place over. He said if that ain't a rug on the floor, you better sweep it up.
Well, me and the Kingfish is in a little trouble, Shorty.
Oh, hi there, fellas.
Hey, Kingfish, show that dress to Shorty.
Shorty, take a look at this dress. Tell me this. You know anything about taking spots out of a dress?
Nah.
Let me hand me the dress. I got some spot removal stuff right here. I want to test it to see if the ink is permanent. Lay it down here on the table.
Yeah, test out the ink there. I think it's permanent.
Yeah, look out, fella. Give me room, will you, please? Now, I shake some of this stuff out of the bottle on this rag here, and then I rub it again like this, and...
What do you think? Is the ink permanent?
I don't know, but the material ain't.
Shorty, look what you done to the dress there. You done put a hole in the thing.
That's nothing. Look what it done to my table.
Now he is in a mess.
Oh, Andy, look here. I got an idea. Ain't but one thing to do. Lend me a pair of scissors, Shorty. Me and Andy will go in the back room here and cut off the bottom of the dress in front where the damage is done. Give me the dress.
There you are. Good luck to you.
Come on, Kingfish. Lay it down right there.
Yeah, now we'll cut off the bottom of the dress right here in front. Yeah, now how's that, Andy?
Well, now the dress is too long in back. You better cut off some of the back, too.
How is it now?
Now the back is too short. You better go back to the front and cut a little more off to even that up.
As we snip past the ink stains and the hole.
Yeah, you passed that 2 snips ago. But the back is too long now.
Yeah, I'll even the back up a little bit. I'll turn around here. Oh, the scissors done slipped there, and I done cut a V in the thing. Look at that.
Well, we'll tell them it's a new style. The only dress they ever take with a V-neck in the bottom.
Yeah. Wait a minute, I better cut straight across and take that V out, yeah. Yeah. This is still a good evening dress, though. The only thing is they're going to have to wear it in the afternoon. That's the only difference.
You think that the store is going to take this back now?
Pick up the pieces and let's take the dress over to our lawyer, Stonewall LaGuardia. Maybe he can help us out of this mess. Well, come on, Andy. Let's go in here and see our lawyer, LaGuardia Stonewall. Hello there, LaGuardia.
Hey, you look kind of tired, Stonewall.
Yeah, I'm exhausted. This morning I chased the ambulance all the way down Leonard Avenue. It was very disappointing.
Didn't you catch the ambulance?
Oh, yeah. When I got inside, it was full of lawyers.
Yeah, well, that must have made it kind of crowded for the patient.
No, he was up front with the driver.
Listen, LaGuardia, we is in a jam.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about being a lawyer. Everybody comes in here is in trouble.
Yeah, well, this is a different kind of trouble, LaGuardia. This is about a skirt.
Yeah, listen, them skirts cause 90% of the trouble.
No, LaGuardia, not that kind of skirt. This is a dress.
Yeah, we has got to find somebody to know something about ink spots.
Now, I'm your man. I just bought 4 of their records.
Listen, LaGuardia, let me tell you what's wrong. Is you listening?
I'm right with you, bud.
Hey, you don't look like you're listening. Your eyes are closed.
Yeah, most of the time I listen with my ears.
Well, look here, LaGuardia. You see, we bought a dress at the store, and now we got to take it back because it's got ink on it.
Why'd you buy a dress with ink on it?
No, look here. We got the ink on the dress there. We got it home. Then we tried to get the ink off by cutting the thing with scissors.
Yeah, we snipped the whole bottom off the thing.
You know, it's a good thing you boys come to see me because there's something you should know.
What's that?
You has damaged that dress.
Yeah, well, we already know that. It was accidental. Here's the dress. See where we tried to snip off the ink spots?
Oh, yeah. You started to snip, but you snuffed past the place where you should have stopped snapping.
But, boy, look here. We got to do something about returning this dress, and it's going to cost us $39.50 there. What is the legal angle on that?
Well, just walk up to the department store and try to argue them into taking it back.
Yeah, but what if that don't work?
Then you have to take all the pieces, wrap them up, then send it back. But the wrapping is very important. There's only one thing to wrap it in.
What's that?
$59.50.
mister, you can see that the dress is damaged. That's why we brung it back here to the complaint department.
Yeah, and the customer's always right, too.
Just a minute.
Yeah, well, now, don't give us no argument, mister. You either got to take the dress back or I won't buy no more stuff here and charge Mr. Brown's account.
This dress was in perfect condition when you bought it. Somebody has cut several inches off the bottom of the skirt.
Yeah, well, we ain't got the slightest idea who done it.
Well, whoever did it did a very bad job. It isn't even cut straight.
Well, could we help it if the scissors was dull?
Just what I thought. I'm not taking the dress back, and that's final.
How final? Maybe final or final?
It's final. There's the door, Mr. George Stevens.
Come on in and let's get out of here before I lose my temper. Come on in. We is in a mess on this charge account thing.
I wonder what Bulgaria does in a mess like this.
Well, let's lay the box down here on the table and put the dress back in it, here.
Hey, wait a minute. We left our hats in that man's office. Wonder if he's too mad to give them to us.
Well, let's fold the dress up here and put it in here.
Pardon me, Mr. Floor Walker, but I was...
Floor Walker?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you was a floor walker. And I was admiring that dress you just folding up.
That's right. Oh, yeah. I is the head floor walker. Yeah, I is. I thought you was talking to Mr. Brown here.
My, that's a darling dress. Is it sold?
Well, you see, lady, me and him...
you was very fortunate, madam. The dress ain't sold yet. It just come in. You can see the box right here.
Oh, it's a charming dress, but it seems a little short.
Well, now, that's the latest style, leaving Mr. Brown here. He is our French designer and fashion consultant.
Oh, really?
I sure is. Oui.
Tell me, Mr. Brown, what is your frank opinion?
Well, frankly, my frank opinion is that I'd like to see you buy that dress.
It's a very peculiar gown. The top part of it gives the impression of an evening dress, and the length of it looks like an afternoon dress.
Well, we designed it special that way. That's what we call our early-late model. That's what it is.
Early-late model. How fascinating. I love the shade. It's real salmon pink, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I copied it right off of salmon.
Mr. Brown is telling you the truth, madam.
Yeah, that's right. Too bad I didn't save the can to prove it to you.
How much is it?
$39.50.
All right, I'll take it. I certainly hope my husband likes it. I'll pay you in cash.
Oh, that's fine. Mr. Brown, you take the latest money for your account while I get the hats and coats at the office. We'll go to lunch.
Oui.
Right.
Your sales girl out there refuses to give me my money back on that salmon pink dress I returned.
Yes, and rightly so. I've been out there and looked at that dress, and it's damaged. It's been cut to pieces.
But I bought it here yesterday from your floor walker and your designer.
We have no floor walker or designer on this floor, and we will not take the dress back. I'll ask you to please leave my office.
Very well, good day. Never had a store to treat me like this before. Say, miss, where's that pink dress that I brought back a minute ago?
I've got some good news for you. I just sold it to a customer here.
Oh, you did? Who bought it?
I did. Mrs. George Stevens.
Tuesday night again. Time for another pleasant visit with George Burns and Gracie Allen, Jimmy Cash, Paul Whiteman, and his music. And now meet the people who live in the Burns house, George and Gracie. Well, it seems there's great excitement at the Burns home this morning. George is being considered for public office.
George, it's so thrilling. I just can't believe it. You, my own husband, a member of the school board of Beverly Hills.
Well, really, Gracie, it's nothing, honestly.
Oh, but it is. It's marvelous. The school board will take only brilliant, outstanding men.
I know, but it was just luck they picked me. Might have been any one of a dozen other brilliant, outstanding men.
Oh, just wait till my mother hears the news. That blockhead who married Gracie, she always calls you.
Oh, well, I forgive her.
Oh, believe me, she'll have to change her tune.
Yeah, I guess so.
From now on, she'll have to call you that blockhead who's on the school board.
Yeah, but don't forget I'm not elected yet, Gracie. Miss Pringle, the head of the board, said it's between me and this fellow Hutch.
Oh, Mr. Hutch hasn't got a chance. I've heard around town that he never got past the 5th grade in school.
Really?
Sure. And your personality will easily make up for the 2 grades he has on you.
Well, I hope so. I wouldn't mind being a member of that board.
Oh, well, that'll only be the start. Who knows where you may go from there? The governor's chair, maybe.
Oh, Gracie, don't be silly. The odds are 6-5 against it.
Oh, but how wonderful if you did get to be the governor. I've always wanted to be a governess.
We'd live in a mansion, wouldn't we?
Oh, sure. And from the governor's mansion, who knows? You might even...
What?
Well, it just wouldn't surprise me if the next time there's a meeting in Washington, it'll be Winston and George.
Oh, no. That's impossible. I think. Well, anyway...
Oh, I'll answer it, dear. You sit here and rest your presidential timber.
Good morning, Mrs. Burns.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Postman. How are you this morning?
Magnificent, Mrs. Burns. Simply magnificent. I had a great big heaping dish of Popsy Wopsies for breakfast. It gave me so much energy, I'm about to burst.
Well, I hope you don't. I just swept up the porch.
My, you look happy this morning, Mrs. Burns.
Oh, yes. I'm happy because my husband is going into politics.
I'll never forget my own political career in college.
Oh, really? What were you running for?
Cheerleader. I was unanimously elected when they saw I had the old pep and ginger. Would you like to hear the yell at one for me?
Oh, I'd love to.
All right, here it is. Hit 'em hard. That's what wins. Poke 'em in the eye. Kick 'em in the shins. At 'em, team. Fight, fight, fight.
Oh, Mr. Postman, that just must have inspired the team.
Oh, yes. When the boys heard me do that, they just felt like going out and dying.
Oh, I'll bet they did.
Yes, indeed. Oh, my goodness, I got so carried away with my collegiate memories, I almost forgot. Here's a letter for your husband.
Thank you. Oh, it's from the school board. He'll be anxious to get this.
Well, I'll be going.
Goodbye, Mr. Postman.
Goodbye, Mrs. Burns. Remember, keep smiling.
Let's pause for a moment. We'll return to the Burns and Allen Show right after these messages.
To find out more about old-time radio, old-time video, and the pleasures of listening to audiobooks, visit the Audiobook Club website, www.audiobookclub.com, where you can get 4 audiobooks for just 1 penny.
Mediaday.com. And now, let's rejoin George and Gracie in the Burns and Allen Show.
Oh, George!
Yes, dear?
Here's a letter for you. Shall I open it?
Gracie, you should never open my mail.
Why not?
Why not? Because it might cause trouble. Suppose you opened a letter and it was from a girl who said that she was madly in love with me.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Don't get hysterical. Stop it.
Oh, you have such a wonderful sense of humor, George.
Yes. Okay, you can open the letter.
Oh, George, it's from Miss Pringle, the school board president. She's going to call on us this afternoon.
I might have known. That snoopy old maid wants to check up on me. I wonder what I should talk about.
We'll talk about children. Say to her, I'm just crazy about children, Miss Pringle. How many have you got?
But, Gracie, I said she was an old maid.
Oh, don't mention that. It might hurt her feelings.
Now, I wouldn't want to insult her.
Oh, I know. Miss Pringle is kind of intellectual. Why don't you talk about books?
Gee, I haven't read much recently.
I know, and it's a shame. You used to be a great reader. Why, on our honeymoon, I could hardly tear you away from a book.
That's not true, Gracie.
Yes, it is. Every night you pick up a book as soon as Mother and I started to play checkers.
That was some honeymoon. Believe me, our next honeymoon will be for two.
Well, all right. But Mother and I will sure miss you.
Yeah. Hiya, people.
Oh, hello, Bill.
Oh, guess what, Bill? George is going into politics.
Really?
Sure. He'll be going around the neighborhood kissing all the babies and passing out his cigars to all the men.
Well, gee, the women will be the only happy ones left, huh?
Very, very funny, Bill. Look, I'm only being considered for a place on the school board.
Oh, so that's it. Well, listen, George, if you get on the school board, promise me that you'll do something about those idiotic readers they make my kid brother study.
What do you mean?
I see the dog. The dog is Rover. Rover is a good dog. Now, isn't that ridiculous?
Well, what should they give kids to read?
Something like this. I see the soap. The soap is Swan. Swan is a good soap. Now, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Well, sure, Swan is not only a good soap, it's terrific. In fact, Swan is a great wartime buy because it's actually 4 soaps in one. The soap for your hands and face, the soap for bathing the baby, for the dishes, and for your light laundry. 4 swell soaps in one.
Bill, if I get on the school board, I'm not going to change the readers, even if your kid brother fails.
Oh, well, he won't fail. You see, I'm going out with his teacher. I hold her hand. She gives Johnny a passing grade of 75. Put my arm around her. She gives Johnny an 80. Yesterday, the kid came home with 100.
Say, Bill.
Yes?
How'd you swing that?
Gave the teacher a bar of Swan to wash her dishes. Listen, you can't beat Swan for washing dishes, and it's perfect for laundering your finer things, too. Because Swan not only gives you loads and loads of suds, but it's so mild it always helps keep your hands soft and lovely.
Oh, Bill, won't it be wonderful when George goes onward and upward in politics and finally gets to be president?
Oh, you got it all planned out.
Oh, sure. I can just picture our home life. George will be in the living room of the White House passing laws, and I'll be in the kitchen dipping chocolate.
You'll be dipping chocolate?
Yes, dear. It was a nice sideline for Martha Washington, so why shouldn't I do it, too?
The possibility of George running in the school board election is not the kind of news Gracie can keep to herself. She's on the telephone now telling her girlfriend, Tootsie Sagwell.
Well, yes, Tootsie, it is wonderful, but we're afraid Miss Pringle might prefer George's rival, Mr. Hutch, because he's a family man. Oh, it would help George if we had children, Tootsie. Then he could understand their thinking and try to bring his mind up to the level of theirs. Oh, no, I don't think it would take him long. What? Oh, there's someone at the back door, Tootsie. I'll call you later. Goodbye. Oh, it's a little boy. Hello, little boy.
Hello. Would you like to buy some lemonade?
Well, is it good?
Sure, it's good. I made it myself. Mr. Beasley at the store gave me the lemons because they were rotten.
Oh, my goodness. That lemonade must taste terrible.
Well, Emily likes it.
Who's Emily, your brother?
I don't think so. He's a frog. Would you like to see him?
Well, yes. Where is he?
In the lemonade.
Oh, a frog in the lemonade. That's awful.
Oh, don't worry. He can swim like a fish.
Well, I don't think I care for any lemonade, thank you. Now, you better run along home and... Say, wait a minute. I have an idea. What's your name?
Wilbur. I'm named after my pop.
Well, Wilbur, you look like a handsome, intelligent little boy.
I like you. You're silly.
Oh, thank you very much, and the same to you. Wilbur, how would you like to be my little son for this afternoon?
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, good. There's a lady coming over here today, and I want you to call me Mama in front of her. And when my husband comes in, I want you to call him Daddy.
How will I know him? What's he look like?
George? Well, he's sort of, he's rather, He's hard to describe. But anyway, remember to call him Dad.
Okay.
Oh, it's Mama's darling. Wilbur, this is somebody I want you to meet.
Hello, Daddy.
Oh, no. This isn't Daddy. This is my little son, Herman.
Oh, gee. He's cute. I'd rather have him than my baby brother.
You would?
Yeah. Gee, you were smart. You sent the baby back and kept the stork.
Oh, no. Herman isn't a stork. He's a duck. Stork has long legs like Gary Cooper. Herman has legs like his daddy, George. Haven't you, Herman? Herman, there's a child present. And I want you to be very nice to Wilbur because he's going to be Mama's new little son. What? I said this is Mama's new little son. Oh, Herman Burns, you're jealous, aren't you? Oh, you are too. But if you'll stop crying, Mama will do something nice for you. Yes, really. She'll let you go out in her rose garden and dig some of those nice big worms. But Herman, don't forget to give half of them to Wilbur. Oh, Herman, shame on you.
Gee, little ducky, I like you. Let's be pals.
Oh, Herman. Oh, Wilbur, please excuse Herman. He's been cross all day. I guess he got up on the wrong side of George's hat this morning.
Oh.
Now, you better run home and ask your father if it's all right for you to be my little boy.
Okay, but Pop won't mind. Now, if he can get somebody to take Mama, he'll really be happy.
Oh, I took care of that. I'll bet no other wife in the world fixes things for her husband like I fix them for George.
Oh, Gracie, I thought I'd wear a dark suit to impress Miss Pringle. Does it look all right?
Oh, lovely. And, George, I know something else that's going to impress Miss Pringle.
What?
You're going to be a father.
A father?
Uh-huh. Surprise.
Surprise. Gracie, are you sure?
Really? It's practically certain.
Oh, when do you expect it?
This afternoon.
This afternoon?
Uh-huh.
But why didn't you tell me sooner?
Well, it just occurred to me 5 minutes ago.
Well, gee, it's awfully sudden, but I'm tickled to death. Imagine having a child.
Oh, I thought you'd be pleased. And to think we wouldn't have had the little fellow if it hadn't been for lemonade.
Lemonade? You don't say.
Yes, it was lemonade that brought little Wilbur to us.
Wilbur?
Yes, that's our child. He's named after his father.
His father?
Yes. You see, Wilbur is a little boy who's going to pretend he's our son, so Miss Pringle will be impressed.
Oh, so that's it.
Yes, that's it. Why, George, you didn't think... Oh, you're cute.
Well, Wilbur got his father's permission to pose as George and Gracie's son. And now we find the Burnses awaiting the arrival of Miss Pringle, the head of the school board.
Now, George, you've got to be very nice to Miss Pringle if you want that job on the school board.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be nice to her.
Remember that she's an old maid, so ask her if she's found anybody under her bed lately.
Yes, I'll be sure to do that.
Yeah, and tell her how well you know children. Explain that you know much more about a child than the average person because your own mother had one.
Yes, my father had one, too.
Oh, really? Oh, well, that's all the better.
Oh, sure. Say, by the way, where is Wilbur?
He's upstairs getting dressed. I wanted him to look really nice, so he's putting on your gray flannel shorts.
My gray flannels aren't shorts.
They are now, dear.
Oh, fine. Well, I hope the little brat behaves himself. I told him to be polite to old Mooseface. And I also...
Oh, there she is now. I'll answer her, dear.
Mrs. Burns.
Yes?
I am Patience Pringle.
Oh, come right in, Miss Pringle. This is Mr. Burns, my husband. Or, as he'll soon be known, George Burns, the educator.
How do you do, Miss Pringle?
How do you do? I came here, Mr. Burns.
May I hang up your hat?
No, thank you. I came here to inquire.
Your cane?
That's an umbrella. I don't carry a cane.
Oh, isn't she wonderful, George? At her age, she doesn't use a cane.
Just how old do you think I am, Mrs. Burns?
Well, I don't know, but you certainly do look young for it.
Gracie, I'd like to talk to Miss Pringle.
Oh, go right ahead, dear. As long as you talk to women like Miss Pringle, I'll never be jealous. Well, I mean, the reason I wouldn't be jealous of you is because you're so nice. Not because you're so unattractive.
Gracie, Miss Pringle came here to talk about the school board.
Oh, yes. Well, my husband has some marvelous ideas on education, Miss Pringle.
Yes, indeed, some wonderful ideas.
Well, for instance, he wants to do away with history altogether.
Yes, huh?
George says, why should children study the life of Alexander the Great just because he invented the telephone?
Look, Miss Pringle.
Mr. Burns, it is becoming apparent that you're not the man for our school board.
But, Miss... I'll be right back.
Hiya, George. Did you get on the school board?
Oh, no, I'm sunk, Bill. Miss Pringle is here, and Gracie has killed any chance I ever had.
Oh, well, don't worry. I'll put her back in a good humor. I've got away with old maids.
Are you sure you can handle it?
Look, George, you know Carson, the cabinet maker?
Yes.
I get a 10% cut on every Hope chest he sells. Lead me to her.
Well, okay, come on. Miss Pringle, may I present Mr. Goodwin?
How do you do?
Well, not Miss Pringle, the president of the school board.
Yes.
Oh, no, you're hardly old enough to be out of school yourself.
Oh, Mr. Goodwin, I've been out of school for, several years.
Well, how can it be Miss Pringle? How can such an attractive woman be unmarried?
Well...
Oh, I know. You don't want people to call you a child bride.
Nice going, Bill.
Miss Pringle, I wonder if you'd allow me the pleasure of taking you out sometime. We might hit a few of the night spots, huh?
Well, it might be arranged.
Oh, well. Tell me, Miss Pringle, do you like bubble water?
Well, perhaps a little.
Oh, great. We'll drop a bar swan in our finger bowl.
Swan?
Yes, that's Swan, the new white floating soap that's 4 swell soaps in one. It's a soap for dishes, for light laundry, a baby soap, and a toilet soap. How about it, Miss Pringle? Shall we fill our pockets with Swan and make a night of it?
Well, I don't know, Mr. Goodwin. People might say I was robbing the cradle.
Oh, no, Pringy. You wouldn't be robbing the cradle. No, there'd be plenty of Swan left for bathing the babies. And, say, did you know that Swan is purer than finest Castiles? And Swan's extra mildness is just what the doctor ordered for baby's bath. Because it is extra mild, it's not only great for baby, it's great for anybody's complexion. And remember, you can break Swan in two.
Bill, what about me?
Well, you can too, George. Even a weakling can break Swan in two. Use one half for dishes and light laundry and the other half for your tub or shower, or for bathing the baby.
Bill, I thought you were going to put in a good word for me.
Oh, I am, George. Miss Pringle, I understand you're looking for a man to be on the school board.
That's right.
Well, I know just the man. He's brilliant and charming.
Thanks, Bill.
He's had a wonderful education.
Right.
And he's an outstanding leader in the community.
Really? Well, who is he?
Me. But unfortunately, I can't accept the job, so why not take George?
Thanks, chum.
Oh, you're welcome, pal. Call on me anytime. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, Mr. Burns, if that charming Mr. Goodwin says you're the man for our school board, the matter's closed. I would see that you're appointed immediately.
Well, thanks very much, Miss Pringle.
Oh, isn't that marvelous, George? Miss Pringle, you couldn't have made a wiser choice than my husband. And just so you'll be sure of it, I want you to meet our son. George, call Wilbur.
Look, Gracie, the whole thing is settled. Don't you think
Oh, Wilbur!
Yes, Mama?
Miss Pringle, this is Wilbur.
How do you do, Sonny?
I'm very pleased to make your acquaintance, Miss Pringle.
Well, what a polite little boy.
Sure. Ain't you the old moose face my daddy told me to be polite to?
Moose face? Oh, Wilbur, shame on you. A moose has horns growing out of its head. Now, did you see the difference?
Miss Pringle, let me explain.
I have never been so insulted in my entire life.
Oh, now, Miss Pringle, I'm sure you have.
I am leaving here this instant.
But look, Miss Pringle.
I will recommend Mr. Hutch for the school board. And as for you, Mr. Burns, I hope the next board you sit on gives you a splinter. Good day.
Well, I hope you're satisfied, Gracie. Just when everything was going fine, you had to drag that kid in here, and that silly, ugly, idiotic dope of a kid.
Gee, what you must say behind my back.
Well, don't you worry, George. We'll find some other way of getting you on the school board.
A fat chance.
Well, we will. You know what I always say? More cats than one are away skinning.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of the nice weather.
Oh, maybe Miss Pringle has changed her mind. Come in.
Hello, folks. My name is Hutch.
Oh, my former rival of the school board, huh?
That's right. I just saw Miss Pringle outside, and she told me the news. Tough luck, old man.
Tough luck. I'd be on the board right now if it wasn't for this kid here.
Oh, that's so? Well, nice work, Wilbur. Come on home, son.
Okay, Pop.
Gracie, did you hear that? Wilbur's his kid.
Why, George, you're as white as a sheet. Here, drink this.
Thanks. Ooh, this stuff is horrible. What is it?
Lemonade.
Lemonade?
Yeah.